many championships, so that's my goal.
Live the excitement of the purple and gold right here.
Right here on 710 ESPN. The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far side.
Go. Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah. What's happening? Did you make it in on 3 or 4 wheels today? This is the important question. You made it.
4.
No more
yes.
flats.
Speaking of, did you guys hear from DeAndre yesterday?
No,
I did not.
Not at all?
No, go on.
He didn't walk back in and start blabbing?
No.
Okay, because I was down there changing my tire. And
so for people that don't know, you got a flat on your way in
Flat
yesterday.
on the way in, and it was flat on P1, so I was changing the tire like I told you and Greg I would do.
Yep.
So in the middle of it, my jack failed twice.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
failed
scary.
twice. It was scary.
Yeah.
It was scary for a minute, so it took me about an hour to get it done.
Okay.
So by the time DeAndre came walking up, I was covered in sweat and like soot. Right? So he walked up smiling. I thought he was laughing. He was just like, I'm happy to see you.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, have a good day, and walked off.
No, okay, can I give you a hand?
Not a word. Nothing.
That's really funny.
Yeah, he may have, I think.
Not even a half-hearted, like not
Nothing.
really offering, but I need to offer, like, hey, you sure you don't need any help as you walk away?
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not
Would
even
you
a
have taken
bottle
his
of
help?
water. Huh?
Did you need help at that
Yeah,
point?
would you have taken it?
I don't think there was anything for him to do.
Okay.
But
he might be strong enough just to lift the car up by
something.
himself.
The jack failed twice. Like I jacked it up and it leaned on me, right? So, okay, I learned back in the day, don't stick your hand in there because if the car falls on you,
that's it.
You're going to get trapped and you're going to bleed out.
Yeah.
So, jacked it or put it
Went
down and then jacked it back up. Didn't like it. It started to slide a little bit again. So that's when he walked up. I'm covered in freaking sweat, and he's just like, "What's up, man?"
You're a sweater, aren't you?
Peace. Well, yeah. I mean,
no, so am I. I don't say that negatively. If I just think about going for a run or a walk or something, I will start to sweat.
Right.
But any sort of. By the way, working that jack, not the easiest thing in the world. That thing sucks.
Yeah, this thing, it's cool.
The crank jack.
The crank jack. It's the smallest jack we have for the biggest car possible. So, got the thing up, got the spare on, took it to the tire place and got it fixed. So I'm on 4 wheels.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Were you thinking at some point about, you know what, this is why I pay AAA, whatever it is, $50 a year, I'm just calling them?
Changed my mind. Really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, really did.
That's one of those. Look, you can, in a pinch, you can and will, but look, DeMarco, you've worked very hard in your life. You've reached a certain status in your life where you could afford to spend a little bit of money on some things. And AAA is one of those things, and maybe you just opt to have someone else do it for you moving forward.
You know who you sound like? Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 60 degrees, and he wants a blanket and a heater.
Yeah.
So I go at him. Are you kidding? Like, I remember you. You were the best snow runner I've ever seen in my life. What happened to you? Looks me square in the eye just like you and goes, DeMarco, I've worked too hard to be uncomfortable.
I'm with MJD.
I'm there now.
Yeah,
I get it. Yes.
I am certainly there with
But thank you for asking,
That's
DeAndre.
Good. Well, yeah. Okay, so when you asked that, I was going to save this for later in the show, and I'm not going to get into it. And I know this is going to sound weird, but I don't give a damn. I had a dream about DeAndre last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen
Clip
DeAndre.
this.
I haven't. Stop. I haven't.
Well, you said dream.
I know.
He's a good-looking guy.
I know this is going to sound weird.
Get into the story.
I haven't seen DeAndre in months.
He looks fantastic, by the way.
Yeah. But it's not like I cross. Like I see Graham a lot. I see Parker a lot. I see Anthony a lot. Warren. You know, I see the guys quite a bit. I very rarely see DeAndre because he's on the back half of the day. We're at the front half of the day. He was in my dream last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So were you.
What was the dream?
It was a work-related dream. You want it right now?
Yes. You need to like pay this off because people are like taking this like 8 different directions.
Do you remember when? I think I don't know why DeAndre was in it, but I know why the subject matter was the subject matter. Do you remember what we were talking about right as we were walking out yesterday after we ended Supercross Talk? And I said to Mace, I'm like, we got a lot of remotes coming up. Remember when I said that?
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and Mace is like, oh, what do you have coming up? And I kind of listed off the 3 or 4 things that our show have on the horizon over the next month or so. And he's like, oh, that is quite a few. Well, I had a dream last night that we were on a remote. So that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
But the remote was odd. The remote was you and I and Em and Jorge. We were in Disneyland doing our remote.
Okay, this is good.
Okay, yes.
Great so far.
But oddly enough, we were doing the remote from the inside of the Matterhorn.
Interesting.
So we were inside the whatever.
Next to the Yeti.
Yeah, but we were on the ground floor. Like, we weren't where the tracks run through it. We were kind of, like when you first go into the cave and before you start to climb.
So we're inside the ride.
We're inside the mountain.
The mountain.
Okay, but out on the ground floor.
Yeah.
And we're in this really tight little spot. Like, we don't all fit in super great.
Okay.
So we're all kind of crawling on top of each other to get. We didn't have enough mics. It was stressful.
Didn't have enough mics. We're crawling on. Okay.
We were
inside the Matterhorn.
We were trying to do a show inside the Matterhorn. There's not enough mics. There's not enough space. We're all kind of crowded. And you may or may not know this. You guys may or may not know this. You probably will, DeMarco. Do you remember a million years ago when they used to have the Skyway that would go through the middle of the Matterhorn?
Absolutely.
Right? The little bucket things that you would ride in. You'd go from one end of the park to the other, and the tram would go through the middle of the Matterhorn.
Great for dates.
Indeed it was.
There you go. Yeah.
They haven't had that 30 years.
I don't know why they stopped
25 years. It's been a long time.
Did something happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think
I used
so.
to love it. Yeah,
I don't think so, but it hasn't been there for a really long time.
Yeah.
Well, in my dream, it was going on. The little tram was going through the center of the Matterhorn. To get to the spot that I needed to be in to do the show, I had to ride one of these buckets. And I'm like, the bucket hasn't been here for long. Are we sure it's cool to get in one of those buckets? Like, they haven't had that since I was like a teenager. Like, this has been are we sure this is cool?
Interesting.
And it's like, yeah. So the bucket comes around to pick me up. And the bucket is just a handle that I have to hold on to as it, like, I don't get into a bucket. I have to, like, hang from this handle.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, dude, I can't do that. I'm not strong enough to hang by one arm to go the length of that. I'm going to fall.
There's an issue.
And again, dreams are not linear. They don't make a ton of sense. All of a sudden, DeAndre is there.
Okay.
And DeAndre's like, dude, I got you. And DeAndre is
hanging
from the thing, holding on to me so I don't drop.
So he helped you and left me.
Yeah, no, but you.
There's an issue there.
You at this point.
That's all I heard.
Right,
That's all I heard.
Yeah.
He helped you. And
that's
left
why when you said to me,
in
"Have you
real
seen
life?"
DeAndre?" I'm like, no, but go on.
Oh my God.
But you were like a damsel in distress, and DeAndre was there to help you out of this.
DeAndre was like, "Oh, dude, I got you.
I got you, baby.
I can hold on to this. Like, I'll hold on to you and hold on to the tram." And he like dragged me from point A to point B.
See, crabs in a bucket. Wouldn't help the brother. Helped you out. See, helped you out. Left me down there. That's unreal. We're in the Matterhorn, so that's like what? Childhood dreams? You feel cramped, and now you're worried about your life.
The little bucket thing was going back and forth, and it wasn't like the bucket. It was a handle to hold on to.
I told you,
I'm not getting on that. I can't hold on to that.
One gummy at night. Just one. You don't need two. You get bad dreams, and stop eating pizza. See,
I'm doing pretty good, by the way.
Are you really?
Today's Wednesday, and you know that every other Wednesday I have a little
slice pizza.
No. I have a little check-in in the morning on the scale.
How did you weigh?
I did pretty good today.
What'd you weigh? Can you tell?
I'll tell you if you want.
Go ahead.
213.4.
Nice. Is that up or down?
It's down from 2 weeks ago.
When you left Hawaii and you came back, how much did you weigh?
I was down.
You were
before,
walking your butt off.
I was
in Hawaii.
down before Hawaii. I came back from Hawaii a little bit up, and now I'm back down again.
You're supposed to go to Hawaii and relax, not work out.
I did. Well, I did both.
I did both.
I did both.
Good to see you. We made it.
It was good. So that's a weird dream. I was going to say
I
that
would love
for later,
to do a show from the Matterhorn. That would be fun.
Not where we were doing it in my dream. You wouldn't.
Okay.
It was a very cramped space. Like the little, what are they? Bobsleds.
Yeah.
Like the bobsleds were like we had to get out of the way of them. It was weird.
Really?
Well, maybe if someone wins the CHLA, do your remote event wherever, maybe they could say the Matterhorn.
I like it.
Maybe it's Mr. or Mrs. In charge of Disney.
Yeah. I used to love those little bucket rides. That's where you put your moves in.
There was one other place.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
No, where? At Disneyland?
Uh-huh.
Was it was wait.
You're on it.
Is it
You're
Space
on
Mountain?
No,
because of
it's
how
too
the
fast.
rides were
It's
set.
too jerky.
Pirates? Small World? Pirates?
Small World and Pirates, possible, but there's a lot of people on the Small World and Pirates, so you don't get a lot of privacy.
Where'd you go?
The People Mover.
Oh, the People Mover.
Nobody ever rode the People Mover.
You're just talking,
the
sitting there
The People
riding.
Mover, you would get the whole train to yourself.
Yeah, smart man. But the ride, which ride was it when they're stacked in front of you? So, like, she can sit in front of you, you can do
that was Matterhorn.
That's the Matterhorn.
They don't do that anymore. Everybody gets their own seat. So, they put their own. But the People Mover was like, I don't know how long the ride was, 10 minutes maybe?
Wow.
It was long. And it was dark through most of it, and no one was on it.
Wow.
Also, the log ride was like that.
The log ride, that's the one,
it was
right?
Just a big
the water,
Splash
Splash Mountain. Yeah, see, there you go.
Seatbelt.
I'm mad at DeAndre, though. He left me, he helped you in your dream.
Well, mine was more manifested from my, the subconscious.
Chop him in the kneecap.
You want to be held.
There you go. You want to be held? Let DeAndre hold you. Yes. Yeah,
stop.
There we go. Let's go make some.
I mean, we started off this week by envisioning LeBron's groin, and now we're here.
Here we go. Here we go. We're going to take you on a journey on the Trav and DeMarco show. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the annual Make March Matter campaign. We're auctioning off exclusive experiences all month long. Like you can cover the Kings for the day, you can ride the Zamboni, and even meet Bailey. All proceeds will be donated to CHLA. Make sure to visit 710forchla.com. That's 710forchla.com to make a difference today. There's all sorts of great experiences. Play from for your kids' event, your event, whatever it is. Me, Cappy, Mason. There's going to a
I'll
baseball
come coach
game.
your team. Yeah,
DeMarco will come coach your team. Play golf with me and DeMarco. Go hike on me and DeMarco. Go bowling. There's all sorts of cool stuff. So 710-4CHLA to make your bid, and you'll have a great time and you'll help a great cause.
I just realized I am the Mike Tomlin of like youth athletics. Yeah.
Don't let Shannon Sharp hear that.
No. We haven't won yet. We've been runner-up like 5-6 times in different sports, but we haven't won a championship yet.
Okay.
We're getting close.
Well,
he's won a championship.
He's
He's
got
gone
one.
to 2.
I mean, but, we're still knocking on the door, but I'll come coach your team.
Do you know where you're headed yet for your nationals?
Not yet. All I know is we practice on Sunday, and practice got canceled yesterday, so really excited.
Do you guys practice outside or inside?
Indoors.
Indoors.
Okay,
yeah. I thought maybe a rain-related
No, indoors. Yeah,
Could have been a leak in the
more
gym,
thing
man.
about tires. When you get your tires changed, do you just take their word for it, or do you, see what they said? Like, they said I had an inside rip on the tire.
Okay.
And I just kind of trusted them.
I fall into that category as well. I wouldn't know an inside rip from anything else. If there was the tire were torn in half, I would be able to tell that. But if you said, "Oh, this right here, that's your problem," I'd go, "Okay." I have no idea.
That was me. I'm just trying to get out the door.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I just kind of trusted you on that.
The only thing that'll make me go, hey, hold on a second, is if they hit a price point that I'm like, wait, what? It just doesn't make any sense at all.
Right. The tires were expensive to begin with.
Tires are expensive.
Super expensive, but I just took his word for it, and I never saw the tire.
Did you buy 4?
2.
2.
Because the 4 were so expensive. Just give me the 2, because I don't trust you right now.
Yeah.
I like you. You're a good dude. Look like Bruno Mars.
Oh,
swear to God!
Spitting
image.
Yeah, I was like, how tall is he?
Spitting image of Bruno Mars.
Did you look at him like this as you were talking to him?
No. Look, the waiting room was being remodeled, so everybody's jammed into this one little area. So they were backed up. So I'm like, I don't want to make this guy mad. So I'm just like, I'll just take your word for it. Give me the 2, and I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah, but he looked like Bruno Mars.
So you were in the afternoon. Sometimes when you go to one of those tire places early in the morning, they got some donuts out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get a little lucky if they got the donuts out, but that always feels a little risky.
I've never gone to a tire spot with donuts. No.
Oh, yeah.
No. Coffee.
Yeah. Coffee, donuts. You got to be there first thing in the morning. They put a couple of boxes out. They go quick.
Yeah.
But I've seen them.
The guy before me was trying to tell jokes, and the 4 guys working just were not hearing it.
Oh, the customer was trying to tell jokes?
He was trying to add levity.
Dude,
and
these
they were
guys are working hard.
Right.
This is hard work. Right. You know what I mean? They're doing real work that's physical, dirty, potentially dangerous.
Here's the credit card.
They don't want to hear your knock-knock joke, your dad joke.
Not at all.
Just put the tires on. I'm just trying to put the tires on. What else do you... Just leave me alone,
That's
dude.
it.
Let me get back to work.
I have a question for you guys, too. When do you start doing dad jokes as a man? When does it become something you always do? I'm just curious.
The minute you have friends.
The minute you have friends, you start doing dad jokes?
You have friends so I can embarrass you.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
As
Same answer.
a father, you start doing okay.
The minute you start having friends that come over, then I start
I
telling
have
dad
a
jokes.
slightly different answer, but it's basically the same. The second I can embarrass you with one.
Boom.
It doesn't have to be in front of your friends. I just need to make you roll your eyes at it, and then I can go for it.
Before you were a father, did you do dad jokes?
No.
Yeah?
No.
It has to be fatherhood. Jorge, have you started your dad jokes?
I tell the guys back there all the time my stupid jokes.
Yeah. Why did Captain Kirk urinate on the ceiling?
Why?
He wanted to go where no man has ever gone before.
Right there.
And if you don't think I'm going to back pocket that to drop it on at the worst, my kids are old enough now to where they're like, just stop.
Just stop. Yeah.
Just stop. Like, it doesn't even embarrass them. They just kind of like, whatever. And
Trinity
we just
goes,
go boo.
Don't even start, Dad. Yeah, just don't even start.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Or they know it. See, I know.
Why
Stop.
is 6 afraid of 7?
You know what I did last
Because
time?
7, 8, 9.
There you go.
Speaking of dad jokes, you know what I did? I did that hat trick you showed me.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I
What's
love
the
that.
hat trick?
Okay, don't tell them. I'll do
Okay,
it.
all
I'll
right.
do it to you. We can even do it
Like
on
hockey hat trick or a hat
on
your
a
head?
trick with a hat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
trick with a
Yeah.
hat.
Nice.
You do it on the other side.
Three goals.
We will do it on the other side. It's Merlin the Magnificent coming
Oh,
up next. It's
I
Trav
like
and
it.
DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
Lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
As of 9 a.m. this morning, our EV trucking company is officially in operation.
Andrew's zero-emission trucks are driving the transportation category forward.
We'll make driving safer, easier, and less stressful. Now our technology needs to keep up with demand.
He needs to put pedal to the metal on hiring more software engineers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Something amazing is happening in workplaces everywhere. Devices are learning how people work and adapting to help them get more done. That's because CDW is modernizing experiences with Dell's intelligent portfolio of devices. Thanks to built-in security and AI capabilities, your teams can work smarter wherever they may be. Dell and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Client.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right. So before I blow your all minds with my incredible hat trick that I will do here in just a second.
And it's not on the ice.
It is not on the ice. It is not on the ice. Let me remind you that ESPN LA, proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for their annual Make March Matter campaign. We're auctioning off exclusive items like attending a baseball game with Mace and myself and Greg, or an LA versus San Diego game with Cappy. All proceeds will be donated to CHLA. Visit 710 for CHLA.com for more information. So let me explain this. An LA baseball game with me, Mace, and Greg. That is what it is, right? Think downtown Los Angeles professional baseball game. Okay, we can't say the thing because of rules.
You can get hot dogs.
It's not the one down there that hasn't made the playoffs in 8 trillion years. It's the one up here.
It's the other one.
It's the other one.
Okay.
The one with expensive beers.
It's the one with the expensive beers.
The one with the good players.
They threw a parade recently.
They have a lot of deferred money.
They've got a lot of deferred money. It's that
huge
team.
parking lot.
It's a certain team that that we will go see that has a lot of Japanese players on their team. Some new faces on this team.
Mm-hmm.
They have been accused of subverting the system by some. You, DeMarco. So that's what it is. So it's a great opportunity to go watch some baseball with me, Greg, and Mace. We, of course, are all huge fans of this particular team. So make sure that you go bid.
This
all
is
right.
funny.
You ready?
Just say the name. Yeah.
You ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I have to take my headphones off a little bit to do this. So you're going to have to do the play-by-play.
Oh, this is the hat trick.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, taking your headphones off.
Make sure you got me, camera guy.
Yeah,
Make sure on YouTube that you're ready for this.
You follow me?
Yeah. Here we go.
There you go. All right. Taking your hat off, looking around. Put your hat on.
Okay, ready?
Backwards. Oh, my God. Oh, goodness gracious alive.
I can't even say it.
Travis Rogers. Are you still?
Isn't that awesome?
It's the silly little thing.
Your hat is levitating off the top of your head.
So I did it to Maite, right? So she's like, Dad, can I borrow your hat? I want to do it too. And she thought it was a magical hat. I was like, you want to see my magical hat?
You know what makes it? It's your face.
Well, you gotta.
Yes, it's your face. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and you need to be.
I can tell you were a fun dad. I can tell you were a fun dad.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get too deep into this.
Yeah.
I think I did okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do okay. I'm sure you feel the same way. I think probably most people feel the same way. If you could do it over again, you'd do some things a little bit differently.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And like you
Zig
just
instead of zag,
Look, nobody has ever done it until you do it. Like you see what your mom and dad do for you and these kind of things, and you're going to fall into some of those habits no matter what. Hopefully they're good habits.
Oh, yeah.
But there's so many things I'm like, ooh, I really blew that one.
If
that
I called my
bad.
mother after 10:30, she would pick up the phone laughing because she knew why I was calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you someday. I had a friend that's in a dad-daughter group. He's 2 years older than me, and his kids are my kids' age, so he had them later than I did.
Yeah.
And he, admitted, it just one of these moments, we're at a pizza place, the kids are going crazy, and he looked at me and goes, I had no idea it would be this hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what did you think?
And how many mistakes you make.
Tons.
And the second you do it, you're like, why did I do that?
Come on, it's worth it.
And
yes.
the crazy thing is, the one thing I would like to do, I promise we're going to move on after this.
Yeah.
Just be a little more patient. Don't worry about stuff that's not. Don't
Impossible.
worry about stuff that really truly is not important. If they're doing something dumb, it's not a big deal. And in the moment, it feels like such a big deal.
David Lee
Just
Roth
chill.
had a great quote I live by. He said, "Don't sweat the small stuff," and it's all small
Yeah,
stuff.
it's good advice.
I liked it.
It's very good advice.
Okay, here's one more of these dad trick things that my dad used to do to me. It's not just pull my finger or whatever, but it's like when we would be playing in the pool, he would go, oh, guys, look, I found something. I found something really cool.
Water.
And then go, tss, and then we would fall for it every time. It's lovely.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Hey, do you guys,
You got this one going too?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could never do that.
Oh, yeah.
The
You got to
armpit-
practice.
Okay, I could never do
Yeah.
it. Could you do it?
Oh, yeah.
Can you do it right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Do it right now. Let's see you do it right now. You can do it. Oh, my God. I'm so jealous. He did it.
There you
Oh, my
go.
God.
Oh, that's good.
I'm so impressed.
I have a question for you guys. Do you guys know what kind of tree fits in your hand?
A palm
kind of
tree?
tree?
Palm tree.
Oh, goodness.
I got to use that one.
I
That's
like
a
it.
good one.
I mean, we have new dad Clinton just walked in, and, he
That's
probably
a
is
good
adopting
one.
the father stuff.
Take all of your dad jokes, 877-710 ESPN.
What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
That's great.
That's good. That might get me booed out of the
He's
car.
walking off with that one. He's done.
He might drop
Good
on
night,
that
everybody.
one. And
Good night,
impasta.
everybody.
Oh, my God. That's
too
great.
good.
Yes.
That's too good. All right, something that's a little less fun. You ready for this?
Yeah, shoot.
The Lakers play 7 games in the next 10 days.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of games.
That's
yeah.
a lot of games. The Lakers' remaining games on their schedule, they have the most difficult schedule in the entire NBA. So they're playing a lot of games in a small window, and they're playing them against mostly good teams. Their schedule is the hardest remaining schedule in the NBA.
I guess my first reaction is to be worried or to be nervous. This could go backwards, but then I think of 77.
Mm-hmm.
Luka Doncic, you still have a shot in every single game you're in,
No
no
doubt.
matter what. No matter how bad you're playing, you still have a shot.
So, yes, first of all.
Yeah.
But I need you, Emily, Jorge, remind me when they all of a sudden we've gone through the next 10 days and they're 3-4 or 4-3 or whatever it is, or maybe even 2-5 or something like that.
Or worse.
Or hopefully not, but yes, maybe or worse.
Mm-hmm.
That, hey, listen, there are circumstances here. This is a meat grinder part of the schedule against really good teams. 7 games in 10 days.
It's a lot.
That's a ton.
Yeah.
And you're missing your second best
one
or
of your
best
players.
guys.
Yeah.
You're missing some other really important guys like Rui and Jackson Hayes. That this, even if you struggle, that's not necessarily represented. They're going to fall in the seeding. It would be really surprising if they were able to kind of hold their position with what's coming up. That doesn't mean that they're not as good as we thought they were over the last month or so. It means that they've hit a really tough part with one hand tied behind their back.
No doubt. And this is when I start thinking of J.J. Redick. More than Luka, more than Austin Reeves, more than Gabe Vincent, more than Vando. I heard they have a great name for Vando. It's something Vincent Van
Doe?
Van Doe or something, the three of them together. It's a great little nickname. More than any
really
player,
like
I start
that.
thinking about the coach because you're going to have to navigate your team through this. And even if you don't get the desired result, you could lose a few of these games. You have got to keep their eye on the prize. And you've got to get LeBron as healthy as soon as possible to get him back on the floor. Say what you want about this whole Luka trade and LeBron being past it, LeBron being old. Clearly, LeBron is the second or first most important person on this basketball team right now.
Sure.
And him being out is huge. Losing to Brooklyn is almost inexcusable. It's understandable, but it's almost inexcusable. So from this point on, I am looking at J.J. Redick. You're going to have to figure out a way to keep this team motivated, connected, and playing together through all this to get through this stretch. This is going to be tough. Even if you had LeBron, this would be tough.
I agree with everything. I want to add one thing. Luka is just as important as Redick in all of this. Because you started this whole thing by saying you still got 77. You still got Luka Doncic, and if he's not your best player, he's your second best player. And if he's not the best player in the league, if you've listed 5 guys before him, you did it wrong. Like he's on the very short list of best players in the NBA. In basketball, if I have the best player, I got a really good chance to win. Even if the rest of my team might not be as good as the rest of your team, but if my best guy is better than your best guy, I got a chance. I'm not saying you're going to win every night, but I should have a chance. That's going to be true for them frequently. He needs to do that. He needs to keep them in those games, even if LeBron is out a little longer than we're all hoping, even if J.J. Redick can't find a solution to being this shorthanded. And quite frankly, sometimes it's just there is no solution to this problem. I just don't have enough of my guys. Luka can cover a lot of that. I think a lot of what were our hopes for Luka Doncic, we're going to get a little bit of a glimpse into the future of what this might be over the course of however long LeBron James is out.
Gleaning from what J.J. Redick said about the loss to Brooklyn, it seems like it's more of a motivation thing, and maybe you need to try the old Brogan approach. Remember the old Brogans?
Hit me again.
It's the old shoes.
No.
Brogan shoes, the big work boots.
Oh, okay.
Brogans.
Okay.
My mom used to threaten us with Brogans if we brought home dirty sneakers. I'm going to buy Brogans for you.
Are they ugly?
Ugly, and they're just work boots. They're not for fun.
They're functional.
Functional shoes, and you need to plant that in your players' rear ends to get them to play a little bit better. So I think this might be a JJ thing, and I don't want to pick on Luka and make it seem like he has to be Superman. Timberlands, there you go.
Okay,
yeah. Like he has to be Superman and save the day. If Luka was out and it was just LeBron as the star, I'd be saying the same thing.
Course. Yeah.
You can't do this by yourself.
100%.
This is where the coach comes forward and steps in. So I hope it's a tough stretch. They all know what's coming. You just got the scare of a lifetime with Brooklyn, so you learn better from losses, if you ask me. So I think you should enter this stretch with your most positive attitude towards it. You know what I mean?
We have to do this together.
Yes.
You got a good player. You got a good coach. But sometimes all of that still isn't enough
to
get
play
what
better.
you want,
Right.
and that's what they're looking at right now. I like that we got people on hold that want to tell us more
dad jokes? I love
Let's
these.
go to Long Beach and Johnny. Johnny, you're on with Travis and DeMarco. What's up?
You guys are all awesome. I'm going to have to get in and out on this like a double-double, jumping into a meeting. But fall over.
Why?
It was too tired.
Too tired.
Come on, Jorge, don't step on him.
That's very well
Jorge
done,
knows
Johnny.
them all, man.
Fantastic.
Why did the bike fall over? It was too tired.
You got
Let me
another
write
one?
that down. Yep.
Oh, no, he walked off. That was a mic
that
drop
was
on
it.
his part.
That's how you do it.
Why can't you tell an egg a joke?
Why?
It'll crack up.
I like that you have an endless supply of these at your disposal. This is terrific. Hold on, let's try it.
Kenny Youngman over there.
Let's try another one. Valencia and Lewis. What's up, Lou?
Hey, what's going on? All right, so what's the difference between people from Dubai and Abu Dhabi?
What?
People from Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but people from Abu Dhabi do.
Abu Dhabi do. Wow. Okay. You scared me on that one.
That one took a
This
second.
way. My antennas went up
Yes.
like, okay, let's see where this goes from here. That's fine.
I
It's a good
saw
joke.
Jorge's hand go to the dump button
Yeah.
just in case.
Because
Hold it right there.
People from Abu Dhabi do.
Abu Dhabi do. Okay,
like the
that's
Flintstones.
I might forget that one. I do too. I miss
Yeah.
the Flintstones.
I
Yes.
didn't like it when Kazoo showed up. That was when it was time
You
to
didn't
move
like
on.
Kazoo?
No, I didn't
Dum
like
Dum?
Kazoo. It's like we're in the Stone Age, right?
Yeah.
The Flintstones are saying, we're going to introduce a Martian in
Well,
the
yeah,
Stone Age?
if they're trying to say the Martians were here first.
Yeah,
that's
I
what they're trying to
understand.
introduce.
Like,
yeah.
put Kazoo in the Jetsons.
Right.
Like Kazoo
That's the
fits
future,
in the Jetsons.
though.
Like
Yes.
it would be like if all of a sudden you put Captain Caveman in the Jetsons. Like, what are we doing here?
You know, why did I hear that about basketball? It was Clutch Sports.
What are we talking about?
Talking about Bob Cousy
Yeah.
and chasing ghosts. Current players chasing ghosts. If you put Kyrie back in that time, what would he be? Something
alien?
like that. Like if you could time travel and you put a current player back in the Bob Cousy
They would
era.
burn him at the stake for being a witch.
For being too good.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
like, this doesn't make any sense. I don't understand this. He must be evil. He must be possessed by the devil. Burn him.
Is that what it is? Okay.
It's Bob
don't know what
Cousy
it was.
dribbling with his head down with one hand
Yeah.
and Kyrie Irving.
It would
Come
kill
on.
it. I don't know why that came up.
Yeah.
He was there. Maybe it was the Stephen A. LeBron thing. I don't know. But they're chasing ghosts. Yeah.
So if that's the good Laker outcome,
Yeah.
Going positive. What if we get the other outcome? That's coming up next. It's Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. All right, let's talk about Prize Picks right now. Let's take a look at my Prize Picks from last night, because what Prize Picks is you pick more and you pick less. It really is that easy with Prize Pick. You pick two or more players, you look at their statistical projections, and then what you do is you pick more or less and you can collect your money. Up to 1,000 times your money if you get it right? So last night, here's what we did in Prize Picks. I picked two players, right? I had Zion Williamson, I got right. I picked Zion Williamson to go under his point total. Nailed it. Problem is, James Harden let me down. I had James Harden more than his point total. He didn't get it. So last night wasn't my night on Prize Picks, but I'm paying attention all night long to see what happens. That's what makes Prize Picks so great. You're already watching basketball, hockey, baseball's right around the corner. Why not have a little something on it, make a little money? They're going to pay you out really quick at Prize Picks. You can use MasterCard, Apple Pay, all sorts of great stuff, and have a great time doing it. Prize Picks. Run your game, and make sure you use that code 710 when you sign up, and they're going to give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code 710 at Prize Picks.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers GOAT. No. Not the GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest Lakers fan. Private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center. A year's supply of BBGO and more. The Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
I'm not the world's biggest college basketball fan, but I do love it when there's tournament games on in the middle of the morning.
That's fun,
yeah,
right?
It's really
yes.
Good. Like live sports in the morning is pretty rare.
Yeah.
Unless we got like World Cup stuff on the other side of the world. But what is this? The Big 12 championship, Cincinnati.
Can
and
I say
Iowa
something
State.
about this?
Yeah.
I hate the court. Hate the court.
Why?
What's
Well, because on the court is a bunch of X and 2s, so it's supposed to be like the Roman numeral for 12.
Yeah.
It looks
that's what that is.
terrible. Just make it a court. Just make it a regular court. I don't like the logo on it.
Pointed it
It's
out.
a little distracting.
It's too busy.
Yeah.
It's way too busy. Get that stuff off my screen.
Until you said it, I would have never even put
It's a
together
little
what that is.
distracting.
There's a little going on there. Can I complain for a second?
That looks like
I just did,
linoleum.
so-
Well, then I will follow with
That
a
looks like
different
my old
complaint.
kitchen linoleum, like when I grew up.
Doesn't
it though?
It does.
Your old kitchen linoleum.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah, well, the worst part was once a corner of it would start to
Oh
peel.
God! Or you drop something sharp and you make a hole.
in it.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
Put the rug on it before Mom sees it.
Who worked in the afternoon? Not Mason, but who worked after Mason yesterday? I need to know.
Why?
Because they're a slob.
Yeah?
It looks like somebody detonated a confetti cannon over
Really?
here on
Hold
this
on, let
side.
me see.
It is, and I don't know if it's food. I don't know if it's paper or whatever. But I'm not cleaning up after.
So
this
Cappy was in studio yesterday, so it could be Cappy in studio.
I'm fairly sure it's not
It's
vomit.
not vomit?
I think it looks like paper that went through the wash and kind of starts to disintegrate. But unless you had a phone book in your back pocket, I don't know how you have this much
wouldn't do
paper.
that.
No, Mason keeps his
wouldn't do
space
that.
relatively
So after
tidy.
Mace yesterday was Cappy in studio.
Oh, see, Cappy was in
Come
studio.
on,
And then
Cap.
also
There it is.
Andy Kamenetsky was in for
AK. I don't feel as because
in that seat.
No,
was Cappy or AK in that seat or Cappy?
So Parker just let me know because he was here. So it was Sedano and AK that were sitting in those seats.
So Sedano was here.
Yep.
Sedano left you a mess.
Sedano is such a tidy little guy.
Not
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
See what's going on with that show?
I
See,
don't know,
DeAndre left me. He left you a mess. What the heck? They're starting wars.
Gross.
It could be on. We could
They're
go.
wild and crazy in the afternoon show, so who knows what would
We
happen.
may leave you a little present on the way out. There you
Don't
go.
say it like that. That sounds terrible. Let's try another phone call here. Let's go. Going up north. Justin in Sacramento. What's up, Justin?
Morning, guys. I know you guys are the foodie show, so I wondered if either one of you guys were going to be going to that new restaurant on the moon.
What's it called?
I don't know. It's supposed to have really good food, just no atmosphere.
That's a good setup. That was a good setup.
Well done, Justin. Well done.
Nice. I love it.
That's good.
I like that one.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I thought he'd lost the thread for a second. He's like, no, he delivered
No
it perfectly.
atmosphere.
He was doing it very naturally, which is a really good joke for this. Good job, Justin.
What are the saddest dog breeds? I got this.
What?
Melancholies and Chihuahuas.
Get that. Shout out to Optimus Prime Rib for that one.
You don't get to say get the hell out of here. You are the king of these. Chihuahua.
I am the only not future dad in the room. I can say stop that.
Hey, how do you make an octopus laugh?
How?
With tentacles.
10 tickles?
I think this is diminishing returns, Jorge.
I disagree.
This is great.
Jorge's delivery is taking it to another level. Another level. Did you see where Cleveland won their 15th in a row again for the second time?
Wait, I need
year?
to send an alarm to TNT to make sure that we are talking about the Cavaliers on ESPN.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't you want to see them in the finals?
No.
Why?
Because I don't.
Because they're not sexy?
I can't even put my finger on exactly why. I put it to you this way. I will watch because I need to watch.
Okay.
I will not watch because I want to watch.
If you earned it and you're one of the best teams in the league.
I'm not saying they're not one of the best teams. I'm saying I'm not interested.
I hope you get a chance to play for a championship. When you're playing this good.
Yeah.
When you're that good. And no one saw this coming. I love the story. Maybe I'm a bit jaded from my UW days.
Yeah.
Because no one cared about the Northwest.
Yeah.
We had to fight that East Coast bias.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're good and balling, I hope you get a chance at the biggest prize in your sport.
What I have not said is they're not good.
Right.
I just say I'm not interested. I'm interested in the teams that I like, and I'm interested in compelling stories. And to me, the Cleveland Cavaliers being awesome isn't particularly compelling. I know that it's true. Like I'm not trying to throw cold water on them being good.
Isn't that part of the problem with the NBA? We're only talking about a few teams because it sells. I get it. It's the brand. We're doing a job.
Mm-hmm.
We're hired by a certain company to do a certain thing, and we're hired to play the hits. But it's basketball, it's football, it's soccer, it's what have you. We should be talking about the best teams going, not just the sexiest or the ones with the biggest A-list celebrities.
I hear you, but I don't turn for me. Yeah, I'm not turning on the TV or the radio or listening to a podcast or reading something online to have you tell me who the best team is. I'm interested in the stories. I'm interested in the people. I'm interested in the redemption story. I'm interested in, quite frankly, the fall from grace. Like these are the things that really
or the redemption angle.
Yeah, both of them. They're both great.
Fun, but I'm just not just talking. I get the story part, but the NBA should be promoting the Cavaliers a little bit more. They are playing the game of basketball better than 30 other teams in the league. And we should know who they are. We should care. We should spend time on the Cavaliers.
So a couple of things here. Number one, we were last week or the week before where the Lakers and Celtics at the time were both the number 2 seeds. And I was saying, hey, look, I'm not saying that it's rigged in any way, but what I am saying, if there's a way to put your thumb on the scale, these television properties would much rather have the Celtics and the Lakers than they would OKC and Cleveland. And we talked about the Kings back in the early part of the 2000s where they played the Lakers, and it was a really bizarre game as far as the officiating went and all of that stuff. And I think it was Chris Webber, Scott Pollard, one of the guys on that Kings team said, the only way we're going to win this series is to leave no doubt.
Right.
We're going
you got to knock the champ out.
We're going to have to knock him out. Cleveland might be able to do that. Cleveland may be this. We're not going to give you a chance to put your thumb on the scale. We're just that much better than everybody else.
If I'm
the
coach, that's the way I'm selling it. It's us against the world. No one wants us here. They don't care about us. They want the Lakers. They want the Celtics. Well, we're here to give them a big, fat blank burger to eat. Yes, absolutely. That's how I'd be coaching it. But I think that's part of the problem with Charles and everybody. We're talking about one team too much, and we're overlooking some teams that are actually balling.
I think two things can be true at the same time.
I challenge you with this. If you're the biggest Laker fan or the biggest Celtics fan, watch OKC. If you're a basketball fan, tell me you don't enjoy that.
Yeah.
Watching that guy play. SGA.
I'm telling you, I don't enjoy it. It's not that I don't enjoy it. I'm just not particularly interested. I'm not. My consumer as a basketball person is not show me the best basketball you can. I want to watch my team.
Oh, okay.
Like
that's like a hockey thing.
Yeah, my interest is not in, look at that pick and roll, or look at how they're ISOing that. Like that, to me, is not what I'm looking for. Are the Lakers good? Do they have a chance to win the title? Do they have compelling stories? Who are they going to play? That, to me,
no knock. Okay, when you and Greg talk about this, and I hear this with hockey fans, once their team is done, they're done with the sport.
So Greg and I differ on that particular. Like Greg is a Dodger fan.
Yeah. Once it's over for the Dodgers, he's out.
I am a Dodger fan first, but I'm a baseball fan too. So if the Twins played I don't know, pick a crummy National League team, the Pirates.
Okay.
Right? If the Twins and Pirates in the World Series, I'm going to watch
You're going to watch.
I mean, think about the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Rangers.
Yeah.
It's history.
I like that.
You want to see history, right?
It's
another World Series.
Dude,
right.
I go to college baseball games. I go to high school. I just want to watch baseball. And maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like that for basketball.
I feel that way with hoop. I just love the game. I think they're graceful athletes. Yeah. And when you have a team or a guy that's playing above the rim or outstanding basketball, I want to see that.
And what were the numbers for the Celtics Lakers? The ratings. This is crazy.
God, come on.
I gotta find it real quick.
Yeah.
But it was the highest rated game outside of a Christmas Day game. So it was ESPN said Tuesday the Celtics Lakers game averaged 4.61 million viewers, making the most watched non-Christmas regular season NBA game in 7 years. So take away Christmas. Most watched game.
I have a theory. I think the Lakers and the Celtics have just as many diehard fans as the other. Like, I don't think the Boston diehard fans outnumber the Lakers diehard fans or vice versa. But I think they both...
I might give the Lakers a slight advantage, but for one it's just math. It's just
because there's more people here.
Just LA's just a bigger place.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
But
per capita.
Per capita, I couldn't agree more.
But I think both teams have more casual fans than any other sport.
Oh, yeah. But I think that number is why I feel the way I do and why ESPN and these other places do. It's like, guys, we're getting more people into the tent with this.
Yeah.
Let's sell this.
Because it's casual fans.
When we have, like tonight, there's a great game. The Celtics and OKC play tonight, right? Great game. Could be a finals matchup.
Yep.
It's not going to pull that number.
This is just me. I don't think you're doing your job then as a sport. If you can't sell the game or can't sell this guy versus LeBron or the Lakers. I know it's
hear
weird,
you, but you're trying
I think
to get
you're
people
doing
to
your
eat their
sport a
veggies.
disservice.
I'm perhaps, but this is one of those. You need to eat this broccoli because it's good for you. This is the best thing to eat.
Yeah, true.
As opposed to that's a cheeseburger. Yeah, give me that. Yeah, everybody likes cheeseburgers. We'll eat that. Want some tacos or you want the broccoli? Give me the tacos, man. And the Lakers and Celtics are the tacos.
But it's just the NBA that does that. They sell the star before the game.
They do. That kind of goes back to Jordan, Magic, Bird,
it started
David Stern. That's when they started it.
But they sell the stars over the game, and the game suffers because of it.
Football has stars, but we love the teams.
True, right. You love the laundry.
Patrick Mahomes is a star. Tom Brady was a star. Aaron Donald's a star, but we watch the Lions play the Vikings, even if we don't have a star player that we're super into.
Hockey's the exact opposite.
It is.
I watch my team, my team only. When the Kings are out, I'm out. I could care less who won the Cup.
Far Side coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey, it's Travis. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, helping kids get the breakthrough care they need. CHLA gives families hope with leading-edge research and treatments. ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences like a private tour of the Legends Attic showroom with me and a sports legend, and every dollar raised goes to CHLA. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference today. That's 710forchla.com.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go. It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
Okay, as frequently happens to me, I forgot why I was going to tell you this story.
Okay.
There was a point to this, but I just totally forgot. This was way back when. This is after I left ESPN Radio. I went to work for this little network in Baton Rouge, Louisiana called the Football Network.
Okay.
And it was 24-hour football. So 24 hours a day, they're going to talk about football.
Live?
Live.
Like,
yeah.
They had somebody from midnight to 6 a.m. talking live.
24/7 ball. Okay. And the problem was, it was great. It was Nancy Kerrigan's husband.
Okay.
Who was running the thing. And it was a whole bunch of TV
veterans. Did he have a
veterans.
background in media?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a whole bunch of TV guys, veteran guys that were out. This was their project. And they had money to start. They just ran out of money. The problem was there was this other network getting started at the same time called the NFL Network.
Oh.
Yeah. So
what do they talk about?
Football. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it was a novel idea. It just did not work, and we lost money. So it was crazy. They used to have these meetings where like a State of the Union. And Jerry Glanville was also there. And Pat Summerall was also there.
Oh.
So
that's a heavy hitter.
They kind of knew what was happening. They could tell, like, this is going to, like, they're going to close up soon. So they had a meeting, and they gave us checks. Like, these may be the last checks. And they were overpaying people.
Did you run to the bank?
Bro. So I was third. Pat got his first.
Yeah.
Then Jerry, then me.
You're laying tracks.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Ran to the cars, Bo and Luke Duke style. I mean, jumped through the window, and we are out and rolling. So this is backwoods Baton Rouge. And we lived in this place called The Mansions.
Okay.
And this is funny. I was young and naive. So they said Shaq lived there because it was not too far from LSU.
Oh, okay.
And it's a nicer condo area. He didn't really live there. He just had a place there. Get it. Right.
Okay.
But it was fun. So we leave this place, and we're hauling butt for this bank, going through back roads. And I am trying to keep up with Jerry Glanville, who is a race car driver.
Yeah,
right. I'm trying to keep up with him. And sure enough, we passed this cop. And it's one of those old school Harleys. It looks something out of Mississippi Burning. Old dude, fat guy, sweat rings, mirrored sunglasses and whatnot. He pulls over Jerry, and then he waves me over. So I'm behind him. He gets off the bike, goes to Jerry's car, and leans in. Right elbow on the door and leans in. And I can't hear him. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They're just talking. But every 3 or 4 seconds, he points to me. So I don't know what they're saying, whatever. I'm nervous, scared to death. I got my license and my rental car agreement in my left hand just in case, right? This goes on for about a good 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Felt like hours.
I bet.
Right? So he waves Jerry on and then tells me to come up.
Doesn't write him a ticket.
Does write him a ticket, whatever. Just waves him on and then pulls me up, right? So then gives me the stop sign. So I stop right there. He leans in, same thing, puts his right elbow on the door and goes, Washington, huh? We play real football out here, man. Remember that when you go on TV. Now slow it down.
Okay.
Right.
I'm okay with that. Sure. You know what the answer? You know what? You're right.
Thank you.
Roll Tide.
Bro,
Yeah.
scared to death. So Jerry beats me to the bank, cashes check, we're out. I forgot the reason I was going to tell you that story.
Did your check clear?
Of course it cleared.
Okay.
And then the next day we show up, there's no studio, the jib camera's gone, we're out of money, go home. So it was fun. It was crazy.
I've only worked at one place, thankfully. And by the way, it never happened, but that I thought what you were describing was a real possibility. I was going to show up one day and the door's going to be locked. Like, we don't have a business anymore.
Crazy, right?
And that is a really, really uncomfortable feeling.
It sucked. It really did. But we did some really good work. The opening, they spent all the money to open the network. That's what they paid Summerall for. They paid him like $5 million for like a week. And
Really?
just to get his voice, this is the football network. And it was so perfect. We're all sitting there. It was great. It was emotional. And we lasted about 8 months, and then it closed down. It was crazy.
There's a story like Michael Buffer, right? The guy who says, let's get ready to rumble, right?
Yeah.
Like those stories of where they come in, they do one thing, and they make a fortune to do it.
A ton of dough.
It's just like, is there anything better than that? Like
it was great.
They're smart enough to realize, I got a thing, I trademarked it or copyright or whatever it is. No one else can do it. I do it the best.
Yeah.
And if you want me to come in and do this, you got to
pay me. And they will sue you if you say it.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. Looking for you to say it. Yes, both Buffer brothers will sue you.
Bruce Buffer's the other. What's his?
UFC.
Let's get it on? No, that's Mills Lane.
Nope, that's Mills Lane. It's time.
It's time.
Yeah, it's his big thing. It's time. Yes.
That's it.
One more thing. This whole Cooper Kupp thing, he may get released tomorrow, right? I am emotional. I'm going to miss Kupp.
Sure.
Loved watching him play, watching him develop. It's been fun, but, I feel the same as I did when Todd Gurley left. I feel the same as I did when Robert Woods was shown the door. Players come and go, even good ones.
Yeah.
Great ones like Cooper Kupp come and go. So, pay your respects on the way out, but this is football. The team changes over by 30 to 35% every single year. Eventually, your name will come up.
Yep.
It happens for everyone.
Yep.
No one goes out the way they want to go out.
It's a drag.
Yeah.
It's the ugly side of sports. And as fans, we don't get to see it as much unless it's like a big name like a Cooper Kupp, right?
Yeah.
Like when, to your point, 30% of the roster churns every year.
Every year.
Right? So, but most of that 30% are guys whose names you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? It's just guys like the backup here, the backup there. Maybe it's
the rank and file guys.
Right. It's the rank and file guys that we're not talking. You don't draft them in fantasy football. It's just those guys.
Yeah.
Right?
So important to winning, but
incredibly important.
Yes.
But then all of a sudden it lands on Cooper Kupp. And it's like, oh no. It's just the way that it goes.
It's an emotional attachment.
It stinks because he's a great player and Ring of Honor, statue, retired number, whatever the honorific of your particular team is, Cooper Kupp is going to get all of those, right? It's just he's one of those guys, but I don't even like saying it, DeMarco. It feels lousy to say it. It's time. It's time to do it. I wish it weren't true, but it feels like it's time to do it, and they're doing it, and that's what smart
do you think it's shady?
teams do.
I keep hearing this. People keep telling me it's shady what they're doing to Kupp, and I'm like, what exactly are they doing to Kupp?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they said they're trying to trade him.
Okay.
And they said they're going to release him regardless. Like if they can't trade him, they're going to release him. So why trade for him? Just wait and you can get him. So they think that's kind of dirty by the Rams.
I don't agree with that.
I don't see that either. I mean, look, and if Cooper Kupp was still Cooper Kupp, somebody would have traded for him already.
That's it. And again, this feels awful to say because it's Cooper Kupp and it's a player that we all like. But if people wanted him, they'd trade for him.
In a heartbeat.
And,
I know.
And go back to the middle of last season or even early last season when the trade deadline's approaching. And they clearly were dangling him out there, and there were no bites. Or at least no bites at the price that they were willing to do. So,
not a high enough draft pick.
Right. So it's just the market is telling you they're doing the right thing.
How do you think he finished last year?
I mean, he was okay. I thought he was.
He showed up in some of those games.
Here's the problem. He set the bar so high that good feels less than good.
Right. It was obvious he's not the same guy.
When you are a 4.0 student and you start giving me B's, I'm like, what's up? Well, there's nothing wrong with a B unless you're throwing 4s at me for 6 years in a row.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, what's going on here? Well, I'm still pretty good. Yeah, but you're not. That's the
Gentleman's
problem.
bet, anybody in the room, I bet he winds up in Seattle.
You think Seattle's
now
the
that
spot?
Sam Darnold's up there? That's where he's
from. I could also
from.
see him in New England.
All the way to New England. If you're Cooper Kupp, would you really want to go play for the Patriots at this point?
I don't know him well. You answer that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see him going all the way to the Northeast to play football. Especially when there might be an opening. They don't have any receivers up north.
Get rid of everybody.
That's what everybody's gone now, and you've got Sam Darnold.
Can I throw one out there?
And he knows the offense.
That just kind of
would
be one of those.
Yeah.
KC.
Yep.
I could see that too.
Quarterback.
Except you got one.
Coach. That just you got Kelsey. You're talking about.
You've got Kelsey. That's your security blanket.
Is there a problem having 2?
Well, you're gonna have to take one of those burners off. You're gonna have to take Worthy off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's a 0. I just think he's not a 10 out of 10 anymore. He's really smart. Reed will know how to use him effectively.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes will find a way to get him the ball, and it just. They feel like they need some guys that can make some stuff happen.
Definitely. Dare I say Mahomes doesn't need him? I think Darnold does.
Okay.
If you want a guy to feel comfortable at quarterback in a new environment, give him Kupp. It helped Jared Goff. It helped Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
He can definitely be that guy.
Update on the slob in the studio coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
I'm looking over... Oh, speaking of looks, luck has nothing to do with it. It's hard work and lots of humility. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Lucky Gift Giveaway. Get a 9.5-inch ceramic wok when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, the 18th.
Number 2.
Desi Banks, live April 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
St. Patty's Day freebie. Get a lucky Morongo bottle opener keychain, the 17th.
Morongo, good times.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Clogged drain? No problem. Call Next Gen today to book your $88 drain cleaning. That's right. For just $88, you'll receive a professional drain cleaning to keep your home flowing smoothly all season long. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN for your $88 drain cleaning.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers GOAT. No, not the GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag LakersGoat, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers GOAT is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You remember
We are so connected. This is so weird. I saw DeAndre. You had a dream about DeAndre. What was the other thing?
The Alfredo sauce.
The Alfredo sauce. We're connecting on
We're
Alfredo sauce.
We're going to get to that. We'll get to why we connected on Alfredo sauce. But
this is so wild.
Meetings is the story you're going to tell me.
Meetings. Telling you about that trip through the bayou with Jerry Glanville. Guys that
where you ran into Buford T. Justice.
Buford T. Justice. Sweat rings and the whole nine. Have you seen Mississippi Burning?
Not in a long time, but yes.
Okay, if you look at the police chief,
yeah,
same guy.
Okay,
same guy. Absolutely, the one that got away with it. But just talking about guys that weren't really good players, they were good politicians.
Oh yeah,
and they used to drive me nuts. Like We had some good young players come through, and this relates to the Rams. Good players that were either drafted or undrafted, or drafted
This
or
is when you're
undrafted.
playing, or-
when I was a player.
Yeah, okay.
They would come through, and they could have been good players if they got an opportunity to play a little bit more. But then we had these career backup politicians. What I mean by politicians, they became friends with the coordinator, the D-line coach, the GMs. We would show up at 6 o'clock for meetings or whatever. They would have already been there for 2.5 hours. Like, why are you here so early? And then you'd catch them coming out the back door. So we couldn't down the steps, going into the room. Like, why are you here? They were greasing the skids to stay here for years. Great careers. Here's a good example. If you see a guy that has double-digit years in the NFL, like 10 or more, 10, 12 years. 10 is the number. 12 means you played your butt off.
Yeah.
And he's got less than 50 starts career, that's a politician.
Okay.
That's a dude that's playing the game on the back end. That used to just drive me nuts.
Is that not if you are not a starting caliber player, the NFL is a pretty good gig.
Yeah.
They pay you guys pretty well. I'm going to do anything. If I got to buddy up with the coordinator, if I got to go play golf with the GM to stay in this league and get that check, I'm going to do whatever the hell it takes.
But it sucks sometimes. I mean, look, it's the guys behind you, but it would suck sometimes. Like, I'll give you, for instance, there was a guy that backed me up for years, and he was friends with the D-line coach and the GM.
Okay.
So we'd sit in these rooms and watch practice and games. So you'd watch this guy get his ass handed to him for 15 plays in a row, turned upside down, turned inside out. The minute he makes one half a play, the coach would go crazy. Oh, my God, did you see him in the back?
Red dot.
Red dot, run it back, show it again. I'm like, what about the other 15? You know, it just drives me crazy. Yes, I'm like, and this other dude.
You know what that guy's thinking?
What?
Thank God I went and played golf with that guy the other day.
Exactly. We would cut these guys, and they would go on to other teams and start. I'm like, we could have used that kid. Why do we?
Yeah. As a starter?
Yes.
I think you and I are coming at this from different places.
Yeah.
You were a starter. I was a guy that was trying to hold on by my fingernails, and I want to stay as long as I can. So I'm going to do whatever I have to do to stay as long as I can.
But would you do that even though the guy behind you is better and you knew it?
Yeah, I want to keep my job.
You would stunt that kid's growth.
I'm not going to stunt that kid's growth. I'm trying to keep my job. My order of operations is I want to stay in this league as long as I can. I'll do whatever it takes.
Does it make me stupid? Then if you were better than me, I would slide over.
That's up to you.
Gleefully.
Okay.
If you're better than me, take the rep.
Yeah, not me.
We're trying to win the game.
I'm trying to stay in the league.
Okay. Well, that's part of the story.
Yeah.
Part of that, us driving through the bayou, ended with that. It just clicked into my head.
I like it.
Sorry, CTE brain.
Last chance to enter is today. ESPN LA, the Lakers, BB Go, teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gafote? You might be. If so, you could win the ultimate fan package, not the flan package, the fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BB Go. If this is you, go to LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGafote.com today.
You want to stab your backup in the leg with a knife with you, like the Baylor punter?
I'm not going to do anything unethical.
Oh, okay.
But
right.
If me getting there a little early, if me staying a little late, if me being really friendly with this person is going to help me stay. Look, this professional sports.
There's give and take, though. So if you're going up there trying to be friends, they're using you as a locker room informant.
Well, I'm not going to inform. I'm not going to do that.
But that's what these guys would do.
But I'm going to do. Those are good jobs, man.
They are. They're great jobs.
They pay really well.
But don't be the locker room snitch.
I'm not going to be
this
a
guy's
snitch.
doing this. This guy showed up smelling like that. I mean,
I'm not going to snitch.
Yeah,
I'm just going to be around.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm going to be around. Update. So somebody did something to my side of the studio where there's a bunch of junk all over the ground. We were trying to figure out. I said that I don't think it's Mason because I have sat in this chair after Steve Mason every day for many, many years now.
You're a great character witness.
And I would have thought it's not him. So whoever worked after him, apparently it was Sedano and AK is who was here. AK has weighed in. When I arrived, that styrofoam mess was already there. I asked Sedano, and he said the same thing. So either it's Mace or a rogue styrofoam anarchist from within the station.
Wow. So it's Mace or the magic bullet theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
wasn't Mace all hopped up on espresso? Was that yesterday? 11 shots of espresso?
It was yesterday or the day before.
So maybe he wasn't himself. It was that me espresso.
Yeah, that looks like a guy that had some espresso back there.
That's a good clue.
Yeah.
That's a good clue.
Probably shaking a little bit.
Well, it looks like he tore like a styrofoam coffee cup into 10 trillion pieces and scattered it all over the floor.
That's what I do. I wasn't in the studio, so it's not me. But that's what I do when I'm
told on herself right there. DeMarco.
when I am jittery, like when I am like have a lot of caffeine or I'm anxious or whatever. I will tear whatever's in front of me and whatever. So it might, if I was in the studio, which I wasn't.
You could,
so I would do it.
You could potentially be the rogue styrofoam anarchist.
Sure, if I was in a fugue state and I went in there and just scattered the styrofoam.
What was the thing about if you pulled the label off a beer bottle?
Oh, that was Catch Me If You Can.
What does that mean?
I do that.
Where the guy they found him because he was peeling.
No, it meant something if you did that.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you ever hear that? If you pulled the label
I've never
off
heard that, but I
Is it like leaving pineapples places?
Oh, yeah, I know what that means.
What's leaving pineapples places? What does that mean? If you
means you're into a certain thing.
Tell me later. It means I'm into a certain thing?
Yeah, you like a lifestyle that is...
You're a swinger.
Atypical. Yes.
Oh, is that what that means?
Pineapples are swinger things. But also pineapples relate to a lot of things, but pineapples are swingers.
I have heard
especially if it's on your door or if it's on a flag outside your home.
Pineapples every now and then.
So, I was out to dinner a couple of... This has happened more... I have a Hawaiian shirt, for lack of a better word, that has pineapples on it.
Yeah.
I had no idea that this is a thing. And this guy at the table next to me goes, "Oh, love the shirt." I'm like, "Thank you."
Thank you.
Really like that shirt. Thank you.
Trying to hook up.
Yeah, the pineapples on that shirt are great. Thank you.
He was waiting for you to respond to that part of it.
And I'm like, yeah. And then finally he goes, "Do you know what pineapples on a shirt mean?" I'm like, no. And then he informed me.
Was this in Hawaii?
No.
Okay.
No, this was, and then... Yeah,
I had no clue.
Neither did I until I told me. Yeah.
See, we get pineapple gifts.
I
sometimes. Aha! Aha!
Yeah. I have babysat for a family, and it's not anyone at the station, so it's not that. But I babysat for a family before, where they decorated their house in a lot of pineapples.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
so
it's going down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had someone float you the idea?
Oh.
No.
About swinging?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Susan and I, this was 20 years ago.
Susan, remember?
Yeah, Susan. we need Morales here for that. We move into this new neighborhood and we make friends with this couple, right? And we both have young kids, so we're kind of we realize we got a lot of common. We're hanging out.
Okay.
And they invite us over for dinner, and they kind of sorta danced around the idea. Like, didn't come out and
dangled
say
it some,
but it was like
yeah.
it was. So Susan and I are driving home that night. Like, that was kind of weird.
Same.
So we just kind of thought, okay, that was just me. We've been drinking a little wine. It's like, whatever. It's like we didn't think too much about it. Hang out with them a couple weeks later, and they're like aggressively suggesting it.
Oh,
and
just went all in
without saying it explicitly. It was very explicitly implied.
Okay. Yeah.
And Susan and I are driving home like, that's what we think that was, right? And she's like, absolutely. She's like, yeah, so we're done with this,
you
right?
better be careful because you may catch the wrong person one day.
Well, I think you'll need to read
your
signs.
wife is hot.
No, it wasn't. It's not like that.
Yeah.
It's like, it was like, we know this couple that's into this, like, weird, right? Like, we're like, yeah. And they're like, weird though. Like, would you ever do it? It's like, wait, stop. And it would keep coming back
nice intro.
up again.
Yeah.
We're like,
that's a nice intro.
No.
I didn't know pineapples.
No shade.
You got me.
People have different
whatever
ways.
flips your light switch, go do the thing.
For it.
That's fine.
Not me.
I'm not for me.
Nope. Solo.
Not for me. Yeah, I'm a solo artist.
That's right, solo.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. Puka's got a new number. Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder what he gets. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The Purple and Gold have started their 4-game road trip with 2 straight losses.
I think just having 2 days between the games is going to help us a lot. A little more rest.
Now, the Lake Show look to get back on track tomorrow as they invade Milwaukee for a Thursday night battle with the Bucks.
Luka dribbles left. 3-pointer by Luka. That's good!
Pre-game of Lakers versus Bucks starts tomorrow at 3 p.m. on the home of the Purple and Gold, 710 ESPN.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Finding the right employee for your company is tough. One wrong hire can be a major setback. You're not alone if you face this. A recent survey by Robert Half shows nearly half of hiring managers readily admit to making a bad hire. Luckily, there's a solution. With Robert Half's specialized recruiter's experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You guys know how an ocean says hi?
How?
It waves.
It waves.
Oh,
hey, I got that one at least.
Right when I said how, I'm like, I got it. Okay, that's funny.
Am I guilty? Am I like an enabler by laughing at these? Because these are good. These are very amusing to me.
And it's his delivery. It's funny. Yeah.
It's the tentacles. I really tentacles is good. That one grew on me the more I thought about it.
Tentacles. That's good.
All right, so this is Maite telling me, "Hey, Daddy, you know what's brown and sticky?" I was like, "No." She's like, "A stick."
A stick.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I've heard
brown and sticky. A stick. Love it.
Drumming over there, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
I hear that you're getting some heat.
I got to sit in with a high school band this weekend. I'm nervous.
How did you get hooked up with the band?
That's like a band of high schoolers?
It's a high school band. Okay, so a friend of mine who is a song and dance guy. He's an actor, soap opera dude.
Okay.
He just wrote a book. You met him, Max, the guy I work out with.
Oh yeah.
His son Zen. This is the kid I want to be. I want to come back as this kid.
Okay.
He's about 6 feet tall. Got the mop top hairdo. All the little kids just love him. He's that guy. He's a drummer.
Okay.
So he's doing Guys and Dolls this weekend. So he can't perform with the band.
Which guy is he?
Wait, I've never actually seen Guys and Dolls. He's doing the Brando role.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I don't know which role that is.
I've only seen it once, so.
Back in the day, it was Brando and Sinatra.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he's doing the Brando role. I think he is the high roller.
Either way, Brando or Sinatra. I mean, you could do a lot worse than those two guys.
He's done Shrek. He's been the Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Was he the Beast in Shrek?
He's the Beast. He's that guy. I mean, he's a little actor, and he's fantastic. So he's doing Guys and Dolls. Can't sit in with his band.
So when you say it's a high school band, it's a band that these guys were together since high school, or these are high school kids?
These are high school kids.
Okay.
And it's not a symphony orchestra.
They train or not train. Rehearse at School of Rock.
Okay.
So it's a School of Rock band. So he can't sit with them this week. And they only have one song in this whole little review. So they're going to play The Stroke by Billy Squier.
Oh, yeah.
I know that song.
So do I.
So I told him I could sit with them for that one song.
Oh, you could play the drums.
I could play the drums.
Okay.
You didn't know I could play the
No,
drums?
I knew you could play the drums,
Yeah.
but you could play that song.
Yeah, it's not the hardest thing in the world to play.
Okay.
It's just keep up with them.
Are you a good drummer?
I am a good drummer. I can keep time.
Yeah.
I can speed you up if I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like, what do they say? The guy that hangs around with musicians. What do you call him?
The drummer.
That would be me. So I'm going to sit with them for this little theater show.
Okay.
One song and I'm out. And I'm nervous. You saw me?
Yeah, you came in playing Billy Squier. And I'm like, you just in a Billy Squier sort of mood?
I just need to know where
Yeah.
It's the easiest thing in the world to play.
Okay.
The beat never really changes.
Okay.
Yeah, Billy Squier is driving this whole song. So the kid that's on guitar is also the front man. So he's the show.
Okay.
I'm just trying to
You're there
keep
to
the beat.
play the drums.
Yeah, and I'm in and out. I told him to keep the spotlight off me because it's going to be obvious I'm the old guy.
Well, I was gonna say, look, DeMarco, I love you, buddy. You're not passing for high school.
You're not going to blend.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I want to be like the dude from Cheap Trick. Just give me a cigarette, let it dangle out of my mouth and play.
Yeah, you got to have a prop. You got to
Yeah,
have like a hat or
what
something.
are you going to wear?
Sunglasses.
Okay.
I'm wearing sunglasses.
What's the rest of the outfit, though?
Just a little black turtleneck. Because they're
Okay,
all wearing
turtleneck,
turtlenecks.
okay.
Yeah, black turtleneck, and just sit there and
Black
play a little
pants.
bit. It'll be on video. You'll see it.
Channel like your inner Tommy Lee and just get in there and go nuts.
And go off.
Maybe have a wig.
I'm not taking over. Yeah. You said it right. It's like from La Bamba.
Yeah, you'll be like Bob.
I'm
from La
Bob.
Bamba.
I'm just trying to keep the beat and get out of there. Get out of there.
You stirred up a little bit of a hornet's nest with at Good Morning Football.
Oh, my God. Okay, so this is funny. We It was Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it was. We played this thing called, I'd never played it, Two Lies and a Truth.
Uh-huh.
Have you guys played that game?
Yeah.
I
fun.
often say 2 truths and a lie, but yeah.
Okay, it was 2 lies and a truth. So it was 2 lies and 1 truth.
Okay.
So my truth was I was in a band called Asp.
Right.
And I had to say with a P.
Yeah, Asp.
Asp. Right.
Yeah.
So, and they didn't believe me. And Kyle Brandt, your guy, was like,
Yeah.
"You were in a band?" I'm like, "Yeah." What did you do? I played
Kyle
the
was
drums.
in a band too.
He's a
Yeah.
front man.
Yeah.
So he was like, "You're in a band?" Yeah.
Yeah.
I play the drums. What'd you guys play? Scorpions and the Romantics.
Okay.
He's like, "Well, why'd you play that?" Because it's easy to play. That was me on TV.
Okay.
So apparently that got back to a bunch of like old school roadies that are still in town.
Okay.
Because I met and hung out with Sebastian Bach.
Oh.
The lead singer of Skid Row.
Skid Row.
At a Clippers game of all places.
Okay.
So we knew a lot of the same people. So
Yeah.
they saw me on TV and they heard me say that, and apparently it got back to the band. I did not mean that your music is easy or rudimentary. I mean it's easy for me to play.
You can play it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the beat never really changes.
Yeah.
Right. I did not mean to denigrate.
So you have a bunch of 80s rockers that are in their feelings about what you said.
Or at least the roadies are, and they're serious about their music. They are. So I apologize. I did not mean that the Scorpions are basic music. I meant I am a basic drummer, and I could play that.
Turn up the Scorps.
Yes. We didn't play this one. This is Winds of Change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Still loving you.
Still loving you. Yeah, yeah.
What
Okay.
did you play? What was their Scorpions?
We played Rocky Like a Hurricane.
Okay.
And we played No One Like You.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no one
like you.
Yeah.
See?
You got it. You're
That's
right,
it.
fall
There you
right
go.
back into
So
it. It's riding
I
a bike for you.
apologize to Rudolph Schenker, the Scorpion.
By
that-
the way,
Yeah.
great rock star name.
Rudolph
Schenker.
Schenker. Yes.
Good
You're gonna
German
be-
name.
You're going to be a German rock star or a chemist. Those are the two occupations
Yes.
you could have.
Play that song. What do you hear most?
Guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
What don't you really hear?
The drums.
Right. That's what I mean. It's really easy to play. Right. All I have to do is keep this guy on time.
Yeah, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it.
My bad. I'm sorry
Oh,
to the romantic fans. And
Will
Scorpion
there
fans.
be a video component to your performance this
Yeah,
weekend?
they're performing. What's today? Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
They're going to go on Friday, and then Saturday is the last night of that show.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Where's
it's going to
the
be on
performance
video.
at? Where's the performance at?
Norris Theater.
Up north.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will we get to see it?
If it goes well, yeah.
I would like to see
If I
it,
stink,
even if it
hell
does not
no.
go well.
Live. Let's go.
If I stink, hell no.
Let's rewind the tape about an hour when I was saying, what do I like when I'm watching a thing?
You like disaster.
I like stories.
Yes.
I like the redemption story. I like the fall from grace story. I like the stuff that's like, did you see that?
Yes. If it goes bad, I'm going Keith Moon, passing out, and I'm knocking over everything. Yes.
Oh, man. Well, I hope you do well.
Thank you.
I bring the video back or
I
give
will.
me the address. Is it streaming somewhere?
That I don't. I hope not.
Probably.
Keep it on him. The front man is going places. Yeah, like he's even thinking about, what do you call that? Emancipating from his parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a little virtuoso rocker. He goes to the promenade and tears it up.
Okay.
And collects dough. So he's a really cool little rocker. I'm just trying to keep time.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing.
Just play your Scorpions
Thank
or Billy
you.
Squire in this case.
That's all I'm playing. Yes.
So Billy Squire has the stroke, which is you're going to play,
Yes.
and everybody wants you.
Yes.
Those are the two Billy Squires. Can you play that one?
Nah, I don't think I've ever played that one.
All right.
Yeah. Nope.
Those are my.
What I
two.
like about you is that's my signature
your go-to?
song. Yeah, because the drummer gets to sing that one.
Puka Nacua will wear number 12 this upcoming season
Yeah.
instead of number 17, which he's worn since he came into the league. Devontae Adams, who has worn 17 since he's come into the league, will be number 17.
Yeah, that's respect, right? I mean, Devontae has how many? He's 32 years old. How many
Mm-hmm.
years has he been in?
Puka?
No, Devontae.
So if he's 32, he's been in around
Let's
10.
say 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years versus going into your third.
Yeah, I understand he has seniority.
Yes.
But it's not like Puka has not worn the number proudly and had a great deal of success wearing
But
it.
Devontae has worn that number longer.
Okay.
So it is 17 is his.
Not here, it's not.
Well, I mean, it still could be Puka's. It just
Yeah.
depends on how you ask.
That's what I'm getting at.
Right.
That if Puka were, with all due respect, I'm not trying to throw any shade at the person I'm about to mention. If Puka were Jordan Whittington, okay?
Yep.
He gives the number up. You haven't.
It wouldn't even be up to him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're just going to take it from you, and we're going to give it to him. Here's your new number. Godspeed.
Yes.
Puka's a made guy in L.A. Puka is a fan favorite. Puka has performed at high. Puka set records 2 years ago.
Right.
Puka has a resume in this city on this team with that number. There's got to be a negotiation that takes place.
I'm sure, and you have to come correct. And I'm sure there's a little. What do you call that? Well, negotiation is a good word. Yeah. I mean, you might. It's either thumbs up or thumbs down. Yeah. How bad do you want 17?
Yeah.
Let's start at the number 6, and then work up. Yeah. As in figures.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Especially for that. Like you said, he is a made guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a rookie.
No.
I'm a star here.
Yes.
You're coming to my team.
Yes.
But I understand 17 is yours.
I
and
understand,
I respect that.
I respect it.
How
I
much
understand
do you want this number?
Yeah. I know you want it.
Yeah.
Do you really
How
want
bad
it?
do you want this number?
Do you really want it?
Yeah.
Because there's all sorts of stories about guys buying. Shohei gave Joe Kelly's wife a Porsche.
For the number.
For 17.
Yeah.
And then Joe Kelly wore 99.
Was it you that was shocked about players and their numbers?
I didn't know that I knew that jersey sales, like merch sales.
Oh, yeah.
Goes into that the PA gets a percentage of all merch sales and it gets distributed to all the members of the union.
Player gets 2/3. The league gets a percentage, and the PA gets a percentage.
Right.
So depending on how many jerseys you sell.
So, for to use the Rams as the example, if you go to a Rams game, there are basically 3 or 4 numbers that you're going to see. You're going to see Aaron Donald, you're going to see Cooper Kupp, you're going to see Matthew Stafford, you're going to see Puka Nacua.
Correct.
Those are the numbers you're going to see, right? Moving forward, you're going to see Jared Verse. You're going to see things like that. If you are, I'll just pick a random player. If you're Bo Limmer, right? You're not seeing a lot of Bo Limmer jerseys.
Yeah.
Does Aaron Donald and Bo Limmer get the same cut of that pie?
Oh, no. Aaron, it depends on how many jerseys you sell. So if you're selling out, you get 2/3 of that sale.
Okay.
And then a portion goes to the PA, a portion goes to the league.
So
everybody
Bo Limmer gets
a
piece of the Aaron Donald money, but Aaron Donald gets all of the Aaron Donald money.
We all get to share in your likeness and jersey sales, but if you're if you're the guy, you get the money.
That's how it should be.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
That's why I told you.
That's why Puka's getting a new jersey is not a bad deal.
You
for
get
Puka.
to resell and start again.
Right.
Yeah. Kobe switching numbers was awesome. You get to sell it again.
Yeah. You get to another bite at the apple. Because if I have a Puka 17, I'm a Puka Nacua fan, right? Okay, I want number 17. Oh, man, he's 12. All right,
Now
I'll
you
get a
gotta
12.
get a 12.
I'll get a 12.
That's how it goes.
And
yes.
apparently he's got a connection to 12. He wore 12 in college. All of his siblings wore 12 in all their sports through high school and all that. So 12
is that where 12 came from?
That's what I read this morning.
And the 12s, too, because his connection.
His debut.
Yeah.
His debut in Seattle against the 12s.
Love Puka, great player, but 12 on a receiver is ugly.
Okay, you got to take me through this. Okay, you got to. So Keyshawn dropped this on me a long time ago, and it just breaks my brain in half.
Yes.
What is an like Keyshawn? No, I can't wear. Keyshawn didn't want to wear anything in the 80s. I'm like, but why? Jerry Rice wore 80. That looked great. He's like, no, it doesn't look right. I'm like,
tell you why?
Michael Irvin wore 88. That looked pretty darn good to me.
Right.
And he's like, no, man, I'm not doing it.
It's like old school. It's antiquated. I mean, it's weird. You want to feel faster. So
that's what he said.
You want to feel faster. You get the smaller numbers. Now it's gone crazy.
How are you running faster wearing number 19 than you are wearing number 89?
It's just in your head. It's a lighter number, smaller number. I'm faster. Now they've messed it up because now you got nose tackles wearing number 1.
I know.
That's
I
stupid.
hate that.
Yeah.
I hate
Can't
that.
stand it. Hate it. But it is what it is. My number is my number. Orlando Pace was 75 forever.
Yeah.
And they drafted him number 1 overall. And our lockers were right next to each other. And he walked over, gave me a look. I said, don't even think about it. Not happening. Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said, okay, yeah, well, it's not happening. I got a number with a couple of commas in it. Would you like to start talking?
Not even happening. Dan
Really?
Deerdorf was in the room.
Really?
Because he couldn't believe how much money had Orlando Pace had signed for. He said, your signing bonus is more money than I've made my entire career.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. And he was, no. You're not getting this number.
Look, I liked my number.
Yeah.
Right. I liked my number in high school. Because the guy that was a couple of years ahead of me, I thought was really good. I want to wear that. I want to do this. I want it to college. I want to blah, 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 blah. But if you would have come to me with stuff, yeah. What do you got?
Not happening. Nope. That's my number.
Faster.
That's my number.
Insane.
If they give you 66, you're not making the team.
What? Because it's the mark of the devil.
If you get number 66 and you're a defensive tackle, you're not making the squad. It's guaranteed.
I'm going to need you to put like a DeMarco Farr numerology chart together
I
so
can
I know
tell you who's making it and who's not by the number they give you.
I can do it in baseball.
Okay, give me the bad number.
Okay, give me the position.
Center field.
74.
That's a bad number.
You're not making the team.
Exactly. Right.
You're not making the team.
First base.
74.
74 is the bad number? Okay, if they give you that, you know when you're not making the club.
If you're a pitcher and you wear a single-digit number, you're either not making the team or you're awesome. Those are the only two options.
Really?
Blake Snell got 7. Blake Snell's won the Cy Young 2 years in a row.
Single digits or?
Never a single digit on a pitcher unless you're awesome.
I didn't know
if you're
that.
awesome, go ahead.
You know what's funny?
You want.
I never really noticed baseball numbers because do they matter?
To me, they do.
I mean, but do they really matter in the game?
What do you mean? Like not
numbers.
like position-wise, like
right.
it used to be. But there was
who's who? You know who's who.
Pitchers have to have double-digit numbers.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have a 0 in it.
Okay.
Right. You need 2 non-zero numbers. Like there's a lot of stupid rules.
What about hockey?
Hockey, I don't know well enough to speak to it. But
I mean, do you actually need to know the numbers in hockey?
If you're calling the game, but otherwise I don't think so.
Weird. Okay.
Factor Cap coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Here's some numbers for you. This is important. 13. Right? 13 is the number you're like, I don't know, Trav. 13, great number. Why? Because Rotolo Chevrolet has won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. Here's another great number. They're going to give you a great price on that new Silverado. They're going to make sure you get exactly what you want at exactly the price you want it, and you feel great about the entire process. That's what they do at Rotolo Chevrolet day after day, week after week, month after month, to the tune of 13 years in a row. So if you've been thinking about a new car truck, a Chevy car truck, especially a Silverado, get yourself out to Rotolo Chevrolet in Fontana. It's right off the 210 freeway. You can't miss it. It's right there. The Sierra Avenue exit. Right. You're right in there. And if you can't get out there because Fontana's a little bit, Travis, Fontana's a little far. Okay, that's cool. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com. And you're going to see why Mike Capozio and his team knock it out of the park every single day. You will feel great about it. You'll say, hey, Trav told me, and he was right. And you're going to tell your friends, and they're going to tell theirs, and they're going to win Dealer of the Year time after time after time because they know what's up. Go see for yourself at Rotolo Chevrolet, and make sure they know that Trav sent you in.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
That's not my jam. I'm not a Glazer.
Yeah, right. You are the king of Glazers
that
around here.
Is so untrue.
It goes Sedano, Cappy, and Mason,
glaze?
all 1, 2, 3.
Who do I glaze?
Every person that walked. You glazed Mario when he sat there.
You're a little guilty.
Wait a minute, I'm nice to Mario. I played his song. What am I supposed to do?
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason in Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. You can run your game all season long on Prize Picks, and it's the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. The app is super easy to use. You just create a lineup. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few players for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. And on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections on different sports. Combine your favorite basketball players with your best guys from baseball, hockey, esports, and much, much more. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Download the app today and use code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. Prize Picks, run your game.
ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers GOAT. No, not the GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag LakersGoat, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers GOAT is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hody.
Hey. All right. So I don't have a dad joke to start this off.
What has
and by
four wheels and flies?
What?
A garbage truck.
That's actually pretty good.
That's a good one.
I'm getting the flies now. I'm getting the flies now. I was like, it took me a second. Also, DeMarco, I promise I won't go to the performance and say, "Are you rushing or dragging?" Like from Whiplash.
Oh yeah.
Are you rushing
that
or
movie
dragging?
is so tense.
Yes.
So good, though.
Oh, it's a great movie, but like it creates. That's the sort of movie that is a great example of what I'm not looking. I know it's great. I know it's well acted. The whole thing. I've seen it and I liked it.
Yeah.
And I was done. I'm like, that was terrible.
Don't need to see it again.
Yeah, like it felt from the moment the movie started. I'm like, this is something bad's gonna happen.
Torture.
Yeah,
it was.
And funny story about that movie. He used that movie to leverage La La Land. Like he always wanted to make La La Land, but he needed one proof of concept to get money, and so he did Whiplash to make La La Land. Damien Chazelle, amazing. So Matthew Stafford was on New Heights podcast and was telling a story about Aaron Donald, and I'm not even going to preface this. I'm just going to have Matthew Stafford tell you the story. So this is Matthew.
He's a maniac in the weight room, right? I'll never forget, we had like a Make-A-Wish kid had been like, my dream is to go like be with Aaron Donald for a day kind of thing. And thankfully this kid at that point had kind of beaten the odds and had beaten the cancer that he had, I believe, and like was really on the mend, and it was really cool. Like he came in and you're like, oh man, this guy's like doing good, right? High school kid, bigger kid, loved to play football, and AD was like, cool, come work out with me, right? I'm walking by, I'm like, yo, what's about to go down? Yeah, right? I'm over there doing like banded something, and like 30 minutes in, and AD's just ripping curls out. Next thing you know, this kid is puking in the trash can. Oh my God. And I'm like, AD, can you please like have a little couth, a little understanding? Like,
the kid got what he wanted.
You want to be AD, you got to work like AD.
So I'm going to echo Travis Kelce. This is exactly what this kid wanted. He wanted to be AD. Travis Petrocap.
I think so. Fact. I think that if you are a football fan and you know Aaron Donald and you ask to go spend the day with Aaron Donald, you know what you're signing up for.
Yes.
That he's not going to take you to In-N-Out to go have a burger and shoot the breeze. He's going to take you into the weight room and the lab or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Donald is known for being a maniacal worker, and that's what he signed up for.
Definite
for sure.
fact, yes. He and Sue would work out with the dusty dumbbells.
Yeah.
Those are the ones on the very end that no one touches. Yeah, he's a workout machine. So just be careful what you wish for.
Is he the strongest player you've ever witnessed?
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
All their strength, none of their weaknesses. He's what every defensive tackle wants to be.
Yeah.
That strong and lean. Yeah.
Is that just God? I mean, I know he works his ass off, but it's just that kind of type of strength, just God-given.
You know, when you meet his parents, you see where he gets it from.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. You say, you done good.
Yeah.
And he's doing the same thing with his kids. Yeah.
Jorge?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember I did this with one of the boxers. I used to work for Golden Boy, and I was like, oh, man, that looks easy, bro. Like the speed bag, everything you do, that looks simple. He's like, oh, yeah? Come tomorrow. So I go the next day. And I'm working out. He's like, all right, we're going to start you at the bike. I need you to keep it at 30 miles an hour for 3 minutes. I'm like, all right, forget it. This isn't easy at all.
I quit.
Wow.
So it was put out there, I guess, either yesterday or over the weekend that another Ram, Kobe Turner, got married to his high school sweetheart. I'm going to remind you, he has the voice of an angel. This is Kobe on The Masked Singer. So apparently he had met his bride in high school and in choir, and their choir teacher was their officiant, and it's very sweet.
That is sweet.
Want nothing but the best for that couple. So my statement is, and I know Travis is going to be truth. Someone from your high school was at your wedding. DeMarco Petrocap.
Which one?
Either.
Either, both, none of the above?
Fact.
Yeah.
And fact again.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I got to have my boys there. Yeah. They saw me from the ground up. Yes.
Jorge?
Yeah. So some of the, I try to remember how many people from high school. But yeah, I had a few people from high school. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if I got married today, I think very few people from my high school would be there.
Would be zero?
It wouldn't be zero, but it'd probably be like 2.
Yeah.
I'm just not as close with my high school friends as I got older.
Yeah.
Travis, obviously, yes.
Obviously, yes. The other person getting married was from my high school.
Yeah.
my wife and I went to the same high school. I still have one high school friend that I'm very, very close to still. I still talk to him and see him. And I got married, I was 25, so I was out of high school for 8 years. There's still a bunch of my high school friends there.
I think if I stayed and I lived in Virginia for the rest of my life, I'd have a lot more high school friends in my life, but it just doesn't.
And Susan's friends had high school friends there, too, who I knew from high school also. We double dip.
I had a weird heartbreak. yesterday. 2 days ago, my high school girlfriend just got married.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's just weird.
For the first time? Or
For the first time.
Oh, okay.
That's like it closed the door permanently.
You had an escape hatch?
I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, it's high
Door's
school,
closed,
bro.
DeMarco.
I'm just saying. Yeah, it's done. And I don't know where you play Kobe Turner anymore.
Because of Puna?
Yeah, and Braden Fisk.
Yeah.
But Kobe's really talented.
He's really
He is,
good.
but you can only play two tackles at a time.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go a three-man front.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know where you play him. Maybe you play him at the 5. I don't know.
Have
We'll
him
see.
sing the national anthem every
Yeah.
game. That's what you do. So anyway, so I saw this story. A man at the Newark airport tried to sneak a turtle into the airport in his pants. Like he had a large turtle, then he tried to sneak in his pants. That's fun.
Yeah.
I wonder what else was going on with the body, but whatever. Got caught. But my statement is, you have ever tried to sneak anything into the airport? That you've tried to get more liquid than you're supposed to? That you've tried to sneak something else into the airport? Jorge Fettercap.
No, that's cap, because we traveled so like very often, and you already knew the drill. So it was like you were gonna hold up the line, hold up the crew. So no. Cap.
Trav?
No, go to him. He can't stop
no, you go first.
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
you go
look at
first.
Trav. He's never tried to sneak anything
Never?
anywhere.
No, I follow the rules, Emily. We know this about. I have inadvertently had things in my bag that I didn't know, but it wasn't like.
Yeah.
I had this. You'll remember this. Remember Brandon Roy?
Yes.
Okay.
The basketball player.
Basketball player.
Yeah.
So when he was at Portland playing for the Trailblazers, his rookie season, the Portland Trailblazers launched a campaign to make him the Rookie of the Year. So they started sending out little trinkets to people to kind of just, hey. And then because I was working with Jim had a huge platform. They wanted Jim to kind of talk about Brandon Roy. So they sent us these little things. One of the things they sent us was, you know what a Leatherman is?
A who?
A Leatherman. It's a tool that's like it's like a Swiss Army knife, but instead of being a knife, it's pliers, but it's got a bunch of different little tools.
thing. Yeah. Allen wrench. Yeah.
All of those things.
Okay, yeah.
It was awesome. It was a Brandon Roy Leatherman, and it was a good one, and it was a perfect little size. So it was like it's a little pocket knife, a screw. It's all those great little things.
Yeah.
I forgot I left it in my bag, and they confiscated it at the airport, and I was devastated because it was awesome. Yes.
All right, DeMarco, you ever
I had
tried?
one from the PA like that.
Yeah.
The little scissors you can take out.
Yes. They
took it from me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with
Yeah,
you. Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah, skip me. Yes, of course.
No.
Skip. Do you remember the whole Michael Vick story, Ron Mexico?
Yes.
Okay. Remember that? The water bottle with the little secret compartment?
I do.
He wasn't the only guy. Yeah. But
Did you have the compartment for the same reason he did?
I had the same water bottle, and I panicked and threw the whole thing away. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, I just could not go through with it. Of course,
that doesn't surprise me.
It
doesn't surprise me that you thought about it. It doesn't surprise me
everybody
that you bailed
tried
at the last minute.
Everybody tried. Yeah, crazy.
Factor Cap is brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. 213-747-2000. Again, that's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. I'm going to give you another thing you need to know about the Dodgers heading into their season opener less than a week away. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The Purple and Gold have started their 4-game road trip with 2 straight losses.
I think just having 2 days between the games is going to help us a lot. A little more rest.
Now, the Lake Show looks to get back on track tomorrow as they invade Milwaukee for a Thursday night battle with the Bucks.
Luka dribbles left. Three-pointer by Luka. It's good!
Pre-game of Lakers versus Bucks starts tomorrow at 3 p.m. on the home of the Purple and Gold, 710 ESPN.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Now here's an important message from my friend, Jacob and Ronnie.
Wildfires can leave lasting scars on our families, our homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Amrani, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's DeMarco. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. Helping kids get the breakthrough care they need, CHLA gives families hope with leading-edge research and treatments. ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences, like a Pachanga weekend package, including a round of golf with me and Travis. Every dollar raised goes to CHLA. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference today. That's 710FORCHLA.
That you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside long shot. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game, rendering your excellent seats just okay.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You did or did not play this one?
Did not play this one. Okay. Remember the downfall of Billy Squier?
I don't.
This guy was a rock god.
Yeah.
A rock guitar god. And he put out one video for My Kind of Lover.
I remember that song.
Yeah, the song and the video. He was in pink pastel, and he was on a bed by himself rolling around. And his popularity hit the skids after that. Yeah, everybody.
I remember the
away.
Song.
Yeah, look up.
It's not a bad song.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
But the video. Do a dive on it. You'll be amazed.
ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the annual Make March Matter campaign. We're auctioning off exclusive experiences all month long, like you can cover the Kings for a day, ride the Zamboni, meet Bailey. All proceeds will be donated to CHLA. Make sure to visit 710forchla.com to make a difference today. And let me remind you again, like the opportunity to go to a local baseball game. And we're going to talk about the Dodgers coming up in just 1 second. Let me remind you that we're going to talk about the Dodgers here in just 1 second. But if you would like to go see a baseball game, we're going to talk about the Dodgers in a second. But if you'd like to see a baseball game with me and Mace and Greg, you can bid on that and we will have a great time. Let's talk about the Dodgers.
Who are we talking about?
The Dodgers. Okay. Less than a week away from opening day.
It's good.
And just kind of some things to keep in mind as we go into the season. So yesterday we were kind of talking about how difficult it is to win the World Series. That the Dodgers, it felt like everything went their way because they won the World Series. Right? It's like, oh, they won the World Series. They finally did it. They broke through. They were a game away. They were a bullpen game away from being out in the first round again. So this stuff happens pretty quickly. I think this is interesting. I want to start with this by reading a quote from Clayton Kershaw talking about now Red Sox pitcher Walker Buehler. Okay? You can say whatever you want about Walker, but you can't deny the way he takes the ball. We're going to miss him around here. He was special in that regard. There were a lot of times when he just kept wanting to take the ball. He's not afraid. That was a great moment for him. Super special, and we needed every pitch that he had. We were pretty much out at that point. For him to come in and close the game like that, it was a really cool way to end his Dodger tenure. Okay?
Pretty much out?
They were done with. They didn't have anybody left to pitch.
Oh, out of pitchers.
He was it. They were going to win or lose with him.
Yeah,
and he was on short rest, and they were probably going to need him in Game 6 or 7 if it got to that. So
I remember that.
It was a big swing. He was their last guy. This is the part around that I really like. We're going to miss him around here. He was special in that regard. There were a lot of times when he just kept wanting to take the ball. He's not afraid. Let's go back to the DS.
Yeah.
When the Dodgers just could not get an out against the Padres, and I think the Padres scored 5 runs in 1 inning, and Buehler went in there and tore the dugout down. Right? He was furious. and he runs super hot.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of those guys that will explode, right? He's just how he's wired. It's fine. Not everybody's like that. Who do the Dodgers have on the team this year that's like that? You can't have 10 of those on your team, but you need one or two, and you need an edge. You need a guy that everybody's like, yeah, just give that guy a little bit of space. You need characters. You need a Kike, a guy that's kind of goofy and different. You need some guys that are super steady, even keel, that don't really kind of rise and fall. They're just kind of in the middle. But you need a guy that's volcanic, and Buehler was that. Who replaces that?
Interesting. Okay, so take it to football for 1 second.
Yeah.
Michael Hoyt going to Buffalo. They talk about his leadership qualities. We do. I do. But that was what that team needed. He may not be needed going forward. He may not have a role on the 2025 Rams. Same with Walker Buehler. You may not need that guy anymore with the arms you have now and the way you're constructed. You know what I mean? That was a bullpen situation. That was last man standing. That was that year's Dodgers. We can say Dodgers, right? You got me all screwed up.
You can say Dodgers here, but there are times when, like, let's say you wanted to bid on going to a local baseball game with me, Greg, and Mason, where you could not say that. You would have to say local baseball game, but continue about the Dodgers.
We can say Dodgers right here.
Continue.
So you may
Jorge,
not.
Nice Dodger hat and sweatshirt today.
You may not need that sort of guy, the Braveheart type, because. It's
an interesting way to think about it.
You know what I'm saying? You may not need that warrior anymore.
You've already gotten over the hump.
Yeah.
I get it. I think you always need it. Like I said, I think they really needed it in that spot. They needed somebody to have everybody go, dude, we can't go out like this. We need to burn the ships, kind of, so to speak. Yeah. 162 games, not everything's going to go great. Not everything's going to be good. And when you kind of look around, like Clayton Kershaw, for instance, is the elder statesman, right? Seen it all, been through it all, done it all, Hall of Fame, et cetera, et cetera. Freddie Freeman is about as even-keeled of a guy and super positive, and he's not... Freddie Freeman is not going to erupt in anger. That's just not who he is. Mookie's not going to really do that.
It'd be fun to see, though.
It would be shocking to see, quite frankly. Mookie is another Hall of Famer. Shohei and Yamamoto and some of these other guys, they're different culturally. They're just not going to roll like that, right? I think you need one. And we'll see how maybe somebody can step into that role. Maybe that's a Max Muncy or something like that. That can
maybe a Dustin May, because we haven't seen him in a bit, and I know he is a little fiery.
Could be, but I do think you need that guy that's like, I don't know what that guy's going to do.
I always love to have that guy on my team. But do you think that this year's Dodgers will struggle like last year's Dodgers? Have bullpen games.
Yeah, sure.
Like have bullpen games for all the marbles?
Probably not, but did anybody think it was going to happen last year?
No, but I think didn't you kind of spend for that this year with the arms you have?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not going to go to hell in a handbasket.
God, it
happens all the time.
Okay.
Like, it happens all the like. I wouldn't have thought that with all of the marbles on the line, that we got to throw a bullpen game. That you're going to throw multiple bullpen games in the postseason
down to your last option, or we're done.
Or we're done.
There's no way that happens again. I thought that was just them.
No.
The genuine thing that works about Buehler, too, in this situation that we might not have again is because he was homegrown. He's been through it all, the thick and the thin, and he knew he was on his last legs. He knew that this might be the last thing, and it drove him over the top.
He has irrational confidence that even when he was getting tattooed, he was like, I'll figure it out. Like, it was weird because, like, early in the season where he's like, I don't know, man. Like, it was like Walker Buehler's lost. That's weird because he's the sort of guy that isn't like that. I just think it's really interesting to see.
Bleeding, broken nose. And he's like mad at you for stopping the fight.
Right. Like, I had him right where I wanted him. Why did you stop it now? Just getting ready to take him out.
Right.
Yeah. I'm really, look, they're regular season proof. I really believe that.
Okay.
But they're not playoff proof. That a lot of stuff can happen along the way. And it's a long season. And even great players go through funks. Even great teams go through funks. And having a guy that's a bit of a wild card, I think, can help with that.
I thought they had crossed over into, how do I say this? Professionalism.
Well, that was the knock on them for a year. That part of the reason they weren't advancing was everybody was a little too buttoned up.
I thought, but that's how they took spring training. They're very serious, very professional. They may not need that fiery guy.
We'll see
at some point, or somebody's going to have to step into that role.
It
might be Kershaw.
I would nominate. No, he's been.
I mean, if he stepped out of character, they wouldn't get it. Yeah.
Well, I think it would get everybody to turn around and look.
Yeah.
But Kershaw, I think, did it in a really interesting way with Freeman a couple of years ago when they first acquired Freddie Freeman after, the Braves kind of broke Freddie's heart, for lack of a better phrase, right? I think he believed he was going to be the exception of the rule, spend his entire career with one team, going all that. Freddie is that sort of player. Mm-hmm. And the Braves said, we'll take Matt Olson instead. And it's like, whoa. And so the Dodgers were the beneficiaries of that. Signed him to this incredibly good deal, and he's been a terrific player. But going back to Atlanta that first time, Freddie was deeply emotional, teared up and the whole thing. And I understand that's the sort of guy that Freddie is, and that's fine. But after it was over, and it still was kind of lingering over the team and over Freddie individually, Kershaw said, we got a pretty good thing over here. It's time to kind of buckle down and get to work here.
There you go.
And it worked. And Freddie just immediately snapped out of it and was Freddie Freeman all over again. So his is a little more, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
As opposed to he's going to tear a hole in the wall.
I agree. I tend to believe that if that sort of behavior or attitude is needed in a situation, it'll show up.
Yeah.
Somebody will do it.
Yeah.
It's in there for someone to do. It won't be from where we thought it was coming from. Yeah.
You know you're a good pitcher?
How?
When the computer can't figure you out. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
For employers looking for their star players, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology works fast to find qualified candidates for your job, and you can invite your top choices to apply. It's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who
to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
The official partner of Palm Tree Crew at the Waste Management Open is now bringing fans to the biggest rivalry in golf, the Ryder Cup. USA versus Europe. Fired up crowds, unmatched intensity. This isn't just golf, it's a battle for supremacy. With Absolute Sport, you'll get premium access, luxury accommodations, and the ultimate fan experience. Don't just watch history, be a part of it. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport, and make your dream trip a reality.
The CONCACAF Nations League Finals arrive at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. The dream is now. Don't miss the Final Four national teams in the semifinals doubleheader. 1 ticket, 2 matchups. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Most people thought that was like, what do you call that? An engineer trick. That snare sound?
Yeah.
That's not. That's him.
The drummer?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
It's just how he hits it and how you hit the snare. Yeah.
That sound?
Yeah. That's what I was so nervous about. Because,
can you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not consistently.
I have a feeling you're selling yourself a little short. You're a pretty good drummer, aren't you?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm a lefty, though.
Okay. Does that matter?
Not
like
really.
You set up the kit the other way?
Yeah, we have to set it up the other way, or I have to play open.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's weird.
Okay.
One of the scariest moments, my drum teacher, he calls it he throws you to the wolves. So he puts you in with his band.
Okay.
So he's a right-handed jazz drummer, classically trained right-handed jazz drummer. So this whole show, his band was called Champagne Unlimited. It's like
Good name.
300 people in this room.
Yeah.
So he throws me to the wolves, right? And these are all jazz people. So we have to go up, and I sit, and then switch the drums to a left-handed drum deal. Took about 20 minutes.
Okay.
So all these
so
people
they're
are just sitting there
waiting for
tapping their feet waiting. Oh, my God. You want to talk about nervous. Nervous.
Yeah, that's no good. Okay.
Terrible. Yep.
So speaking of tapping your foot and waiting, I had an appointment yesterday. I think I told you I had to go to an eye doctor again yesterday. Not the one that I mentioned the other day, but to the specialist, right?
Yeah.
I have cataracts and glaucoma, and yes, I'm old and all of those sorts of things. So I have to go to the specialist. DeMarco, I was there for 3.5 hours.
Doing
exactly.
Wait, DMV?
No, the eye doctor. Right?
Doing what? For 3 hours?
Sitting on my derriere.
They forgot you were there?
No. So I have to do these different tests, right? So I sat there. I had an appointment. It was at 1:40. I had an appointment at 1:40, and they finally brought me back to do test number 1 at like 2:15. So I'd already been on the ice for about a half an hour. Test takes 3 minutes. Put you in a different waiting room, there for another 45 minutes.
Man.
Take you to another test that takes another 2 or 3 minutes, and then you're on. So I finally get to the third stage of the waiting game, and it's me and I don't know, at least a dozen other people.
Okay.
And I sit down. Most of the chairs are full. I take one of the chairs, and I'm sitting right next to this older lady. She's probably in her 70s. Okay. And before my butt has hit the seat, she says to me, well, I hope you're getting comfortable because this is ridiculous. And I'm like, oh, it's been a long time. And she goes, oh, it's outrageous. I've been here for an hour and a half. And she's talking kind of loud. She's mad.
Whoa.
Right? And I'm like, yeah, I've been kind of doing. And so she kind of lets it go. And I start flipping through my phone and just trying to mind my own business. Every 2 minutes or so, she literally nudges me. Like, can you believe we've been sitting here this long? I can't believe it. And I was the first one to get in here before you. All these people have been here before me. She can't stop complaining about it.
Oh, man.
And
older?
Yes, 70-something.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, it stinks. It's a drag. Something must have come up, or they overscheduled or something. And each time one of the techs comes out to pull somebody else back, he apologizes to everybody. Guys, I'm really sorry. I know you've been here for a long time. Something's come up. I'm really sorry. This lady is furious, only now she has somebody sitting right next to her, me, that she feels she wants to unburden her frustration. And I'm like, what do you want me to do about this? Like, how... Yeah, yes, this stinks. I'm not in charge of getting you back there to get your eye drops. Like, I can't help you with this. I'm frustrated too.
Sorry,
Leave
man.
me alone, lady.
Yeah.
I didn't obviously say that.
Yeah,
to her,
lady.
But I'm like, lady, you have to stop. We're all waiting. You're not the only one. Like, everybody here is having a bad appointment day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She Walker Buehlered you.
Can you believe this? I had an appointment at 1:30.
See?
I'm like, well, mine was at 1:40.
Why did it take so long in there?
They said, well, we had an emergency. I'm like, for somebody to get glasses? Like, that's an emergency? Like, that, I don't know. So anyway, I'm in the market. If anybody has a recommendation for it, because this is not the first time that it usually didn't take that long, but it's taken. I've entered the portal for. What do I have? I have cataracts and glaucoma. So if you know somebody that you like that doesn't put you on ice for 2 hours in the waiting room.
Congratulations.
Or you're like Dan Hurley's entire team, which 50% of them saying that they've already interviewed for other places.
Right. Yeah. Can you believe this? This is outrageous.
Why didn't you just leave? Come back later.
It crossed my mind.
Yeah.
And you know why I didn't? And it's the most, because I literally didn't have anywhere else that I had to be.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I'll just wait.
That's why you were calm.
You'd already eaten a sandwich or something. Or...
I got a grocery store sushi roll.
There you go.
Yep.
Grab that outdated Time magazine and go to work. There you go.
I looked at more reels yesterday than any person should in a week.
Okay, there you go.
And then, look, I don't have a ton of like inappropriate stuff on my reels, but some stuff that I don't need a 75-year-old would looking over my shoulder at.
So you're doing it without sound?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
How many fingers am I holding up?
2. I got my glasses on now. 3.
Okay. Take your glasses off.
I'll be able to do the finger thing.
Ready?
Yeah. 3. Distance is that if you put them right here, I'd have no shot. But yeah. I said to the guy, he's like, I said, so, because I take these stupid drops for the glaucoma, and he's like, well, it looks about the same. I'm like, well, so that's good news, right? He goes, not necessarily.
What?
I'm like, well, what could it be? He goes, I don't know. Could be a lot of different
bedside
things.
manner, man.
It could be a lot of different things. And I'm like
God.
what? He goes, well, we're just going to keep doing this until it starts to get worse, and then we'll figure out what the other things might be. I'm like, could the other things be really bad? Well, they could be, but I don't think they are.
Bro. Yes.
Like, dude.
Put him with the old lady and see how that goes. There you go. Yeah.
This is outrageous.
Right.
Yeah, I know, lady. I'm not in charge.
Sometimes you got to just vent and get it out. Sometimes
so
you have to.
Your husband or your best friend or
you
whatever.
were right there. That's
I know.
You're doing
I did
doing your duty. Yes.
There were like 2 other chairs open that I could have gone. I'm like, I can't
did you think
that.
about moving?
I did.
Okay.
But I didn't.
All right.
I'm channeling my inner DeMarco. Be nice to people.
Are your eyes going to be all right?
I mean, according to him,
we don't know.
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Are you farsighted or nearsighted?
Farsighted.
Farsighted, which means you can't see close. Is that what
Correct.
farsighted
is? If I take off my glasses, I can't read what's on the from this distance.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm mad at all.
I have
of it.
no idea. Yeah.
I'm bad at all of it. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Maybe they can give me a recommendation for all their annual Make March Matter campaign, auctioning off exclusive items. Like, listen to this, DeMarco, for instance.
Shoot.
Attending a Los Angeles-based baseball game with myself, Mace, and Greg. Nice Dodger hat, Jorge. Back to the copy. Or an LA versus San Diego game with Cappy. All proceeds to be donated. Nice Dodger sweatshirt, Jorge.
Wait, LA
back to the
versus
copy.
San Diego baseball game.
Oh. Right? I don't know. Maybe there's an American Legion game going on down there or something.
I might need to run to Petco later to get some stuff for my roommate's cat. Yeah.
Do you have needs? Yeah. All proceeds donated to CHLA. Visit 710 for CHLA.com for more information.
Has anyone ever been sued for saying Super Bowl?
Probably.
Okay.
Or else everybody would do it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody makes a mistake, right? Every now and then. You say the Super Bowl.
So we can say Super Bowl. Like, hey, are you going to watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
What you can't do is use it in promotional items.
Come watch the Super Bowl with us.
Right.
You can't say that.
We're throwing a Super Bowl party.
Buy tickets to our Super Bowl party is not what you can say.
Buy tickets to our championship football game party.
Indulge me. How does that hurt the Super Bowl?
They own the brand.
But how does that hurt them by me having a Super Bowl party?
I would argue that it doesn't. Their argument would be they own the rights to that brand, and you can't use it without compensating
Interesting.
me for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They want you to pay them for saying
for everything.
that.
Okay, that's like
so
ready to rumble.
when the ad comes out, when everybody's buying a TV the week before the Super Bowl, you can't say, "Hey, come get your TV for the Super Bowl." Can't do that. Come get it for the championship game.
We should like take a word and.
What do you want to own?
we should own a word. And you
three-peat.
Booty.
Yeah.
Huh?
Booty.
Booty? How about the?
I guarantee you.
Ohio State tried that.
Did they really?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
They did.
They tried to buy the?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I also guarantee you Megan Thee Stallion has tried to get both of those things, booty and the.
Oh, gone. Yeah.
Isn't she the?
Yeah, 2 E's.
2 E's. Yeah.
I do know at Rams.com is about Rams.
The animals.
The animals. And... Yeah, they won't sell it.
Rams.com is not that.
There's another one?
It's not about animals.
It's inappropriate.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay,
yep.
never mind.
So don't type in Rams.com.
The football team's website is therams.com.
I thought it was LA Rams. Is it therams.com?
It used to be the Rams.
Whatever it is,
But
don't type in Rams.com.
Got it. Okay.
Hold on.
Travis?
No, I'm not doing it.
There was a news
For research
aggregate
purposes.
site called The Red Zone, and they told me it's theredzone.org. Do not go to theredzone.com for the same reason.
The official Rams website is therams.com.
Therams.com.
Yes.
Go to the other one.
No. You go to the other
Not
one.
on this Wi-Fi.
You go to the other. You got a phone. You can knock yourself out. I'm sitting over here and I'm fine. I'll let you do it all day long. I want to read you a sentence. This is by Jack Bear, who wrote this. I'm reading it on
Why does that name sound familiar, Jack Bear? Who's Jack Bear?
He writes for Yahoo.com as far as I know. Beyond that, I'm not sure.
His name sounds like an animal.
yeah, but he's B-A-E-R. He's like Max Bear. All right. This is what he wrote about Roki Sasaki and his split-fingered fastball that he's been throwing. Okay. Which, by the way, he pitched again yesterday. Nobody touched him.
Yeah.
He was terrific. Again, spring training. If it was good, doesn't mean anything. If it's bad, it doesn't mean anything.
Bergman seemed like a proud papa after this guy pitched.
Okay,
but go ahead.
He looked great again.
Okay.
This is what he wrote. In his first start, Sasaki threw his splitter 18 times, generating 8 swings and got 7 whiffs per Baseball Savant. In his second start, he threw the splitter 11 times, generating 4 swings and got 3 whiffs. 10 whiffs on 12 swings, that's an 83.3% whiff rate, is a comically dominant number that is guaranteed to go down once the games count. But it also reflects that not a single person knows what to do with the pitch yet. Not even MLB's cameras. Here it comes. In both of Sasaki's starts, MLB's StatCast system, an advanced pitch tracking system that records velocity, movement, and spin rate, among other things, has repeatedly failed to immediately identify Sasaki's splitter from his other pitches, most notably his slider.
I don't know what this is.
In other words, I don't know what this is.
What does it look like?
That's the best question you could have asked, and it's the reason why the computer can't figure it out, and it's the reason why hitters, sure as you know what, are going to struggle to figure it out.
Yeah, they're going to find it, right?
Well,
they all do. Okay.
Yeah. Here's the problem. It doesn't do the same thing twice.
You told me about this thing. Yeah, he doesn't know where it's going.
He doesn't know where it's going.
Wow. That's like a knuckleball.
It is like a knuckleball. It spins. It's more, as far as like the metrics of it, it's closer to a knuckleball than it is to anything else. It spins. It has a very low spin rate. So, and there's all these videos.
Oh, it has a very low spin rate.
It has a low spin rate.
Oh, geez.
Right? Which means it rides the air. Okay. So this thing sometimes will break like a slider, which for him as a right-hander will go right to left. Sometimes it'll break like a two-seamer and go left to right. Sometimes it goes straight down, and sometimes it kind of holds its path dead straight the whole way. It doesn't fly the same way 2 times in a row. The camera can't identify it. You think a hitter's going to, if a high-speed camera can't figure out what the hell is coming in here,
no.
How's a batter supposed to do it?
But eventually they'll catch up to him. They'll catch up to the pitch.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a very good question. Not necessarily, because no one else throws it. So you're only going to see it against him.
With him.
So it's one thing, like the new pitches that we're seeing, you're seeing a sweeper a lot, right?
Yeah.
Sweeper is a relatively new thing. A cutter. Half the league throws it. Okay, the new thing now is that fork change, which I still don't quite understand. It's a new pitch, but a lot of guys throw it. Mm-hmm. So even if, DeMarco, you throw one and you're wiping me out with it, I know Emily's going to throw one the next night. I know Jorge's going to throw one the next
Everybody
night.
has the same pitch.
If you only throw the Sasaki splitter, I'm not going to see it again until I see you again in 3 weeks.
Okay, how my brain works is if I can't hit it, I damn sure could pick it up before he throws it. There's got to be a tell somewhere.
Maybe.
Yamamoto
struggled with that last year.
Yeah,
maybe.
There's going to be a tell somewhere that's going to tell me this thing is coming.
But
probably I'm not going to swing.
But it's a strike a lot of the time.
Let me see if he can throw it for a strike.
He also throws 99 miles an hour.
That's the other thing.
So you can't just sit around and wait for these. He's just going to blow.
How do you throw a knuckleball almost 100?
Well, he doesn't. That pitch doesn't travel at that speed.
Thank
I'm
God.
saying is, though, if you're like, pick one of the best pitchers in baseball, pick Yamamoto, pick Ohtani.
Okay.
There's a reason. Well, I'm going to throw you a cutter. I'm going to throw you a fastball. I'm going to throw you a slide. I got to mix it up because if I just throw you the same thing over and over again,
I'm going to tattoo that.
You're going to tattoo
SO thing,
So if I throw you one thing that's at 82 miles an hour, another thing's at 100. The 82 thing doesn't go the same way.
This guy can't be that good.
Come on, man.
He can't be that good.
I'm not saying that he's going to kill. He's very green.
Yeah.
He's very inexperienced. And like all the Dodger execs have said, he's a work in progress. if this is the starting point.
Yeah. What was Dave's quote? His floor is very good major league pitcher. Ceiling, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good recommendation. But, I mean, where do you see him? What contribution do you think he'll have this year to this rotation?
I have no idea. I expect him to be pretty good.
As a starter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 Where and when? That's
he's
crazy.
He's pitching.
I can't wait to see this pitch. Yeah, I want to see what this thing looks like.
Well, here, I'll send this to you.
Yeah.
One goes like this, other one goes like this, another one
Same
goes...
pitch.
Same pitch.
That's impossible.
No, it's not.
That's impossible.
There's videos.
Same pitch that breaks both ways?
The computer's like, yeah, dude, I don't know. The computer. Wow. The computer's like, I don't know what that is.
Wow.
How is a batter supposed to hit it with a round stick?
Don't know.
Crazy.
Don't know.
I read that this morning. I'm like, are you blanking kidding? The computer doesn't know it? They know it. The computer knows everything. They know how fast a ball's hitting the gap. They know how fast that ball left the pitcher's hand, how it was spinning, the angle that it left the bat, the velocity it left the bat. They know the angle of attack from the outfielder. Yeah. They know the speed, the top speed that the outfielder reaches to go get that ball. And from the second it's made contact, they know the percentage that the center fielder or the outfielder is actually going to go catch that ball. They know all that in a blink of an eye. What's that? I don't know.
What are you calling that pitch again?
Splitter.
Splitter. Okay.
Yeah.
Roki.
It's stupid.
I want to see this. Okay.
Lakers have a meat grinder coming up starting tomorrow. What if it doesn't go great?
It says falls off the earth.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Wow.
That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Mason, you should all pay attention to this. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We talked about this yesterday. Home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Because if you've got automotive maintenance needs, Valvoline is the place that's been hooking us up for 30 years, right? We're talking about oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, plus a whole lot more. You just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. That's a real 15 minutes, too. I know you're busy. I'm busy. We got a lot of stuff we got to get to just about every single day. Valvoline is not going to eye doctor you. They're going to take care of you. They're going to get you in and out of there in 15 minutes. And there are over 80 locations ready to help you get your ride ready for the road in no time at all. So visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations, and you can grab yourself some game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Michelle Smallman here. Do you want to be at the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft. Experience the thrill of the draft firsthand and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't wait. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
And I've also got a Mason and Ireland bobblehead.
I think I have one left.
I have one left.
I think that would actually go.
They have some on eBay.
I'm going to look on eBay and see if there's one still there. I don't think it's worth as much as you guys think it's worth.
I think
what
if
if
we
you sign it?
Oh, sign. Yeah,
maybe.
now you're talking. Other than that, I can't think of anything that you know what, I would sell my Shohei Ohtani bobblehead, the one with decoy.
Oh, there we go.
I think that would go for a lot. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with Shohei, but I think I can get some money for that.
There's one for sale for $100.
$100!
That's more than I thought.
Y'all's bobblehead?
Yeah. I hate our bobblehead.
Well,
It's got
weird
like
one.
half of me and
It's a
half
weird
of
one.
John, and neither side looks like us.
Yeah,
and it makes me look really fat. I don't know.
Well, it makes both of us look
Yeah,
fat.
it makes us both look fat.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Next at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
You want to make friends? You buy a round for the bar.
Yeah.
Luka did that with parking. I thought that was fantastic.
Terrific.
Yes.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
A funny thing came across my timeline yesterday, and it was I don't know if it would be like a metaphor for Mike Tomlin that I hadn't heard before. I think it's pretty funny. I think this was on First Take. Shannon Sharp was trying to explain, the situation the Steelers have themselves in. They still don't really have a quarterback they've committed to because Aaron Rodgers hasn't decided.
Has to be Aaron Rodgers at this point.
I think so. But Shannon Sharp was talking about Mike Tomlin's winning record, how it's always been above 500 since he's been a coach. I just want to see what you guys think of his metaphor.
And what is the standard? We hear Mike Tomlin say all the time, the standard is the standard. Well, in Pittsburgh now, the standard is mediocrity. Because what do we always highlight Mike Tomlin with? He's never had a losing season. That ain't worth a damn. We don't pay you to not have a losing season. We pay you the big bucks to win championships. And they haven't, as you mentioned, Stevie, they haven't won a playoff game since 2016. He's never had a losing season. What is 9-8? What good is that doing me? Bro, come on. That's like kissing your girl through a screen door. That ain't doing nothing. Ain't no lips touching. You don't get to hold no hands. That ain't nothing, Stephen A.
That's terrific.
Oh, Shannon. Yeah, he's right. Yeah. I guess I've never looked at it that way. Non-losing seasons, it's hard to be a winning football team, but I never put it in those numbers. They haven't won a playoff game since 2016.
Oh, I have reminded everybody every single time we bring this up, they have not won a playoff game since 2017, I think. But he might be a little wrong.
17? That's like 8-9 years.
We're closing in on a decade.
Oh, my God.
The year that the Jaguars went to the AFC Championship game and played the Patriots, that's the last time the Steelers won a playoff game. Putting that in your mind, Blake Bortles was in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Dang.
Last time Steelers won a playoff game.
I'm with him, but I mean, look, when you've been around losing a lot, a winning season is something to write home about. You're not a losing team in the NFL. You're in the postseason.
This isn't an apples-to-apples comp, but I think it's close enough. It's not unlike where the Dodgers were recently.
Okay.
Look, we understand it doesn't stink. We understand that getting to the playoffs is an accomplishment. Winning the division is an accomplishment. Like Mike Tomlin, winning more than you're losing. It's an accomplishment, but that's not the goal. And the goal is to win the World Series. The goal is to
Especially
win playoff
in
games.
That makes sense.
In Pittsburgh, in Jacksonville, winning more than you lose?
Yeah.
Hey,
it
good
depends
job.
on where you are.
But in Pittsburgh, that's not the standard.
So I don't know where Mike Tomlin, what he's being paid and where he ranks. Do you know?
I don't.
Do you know where he ranks as far as
looking
coach?
up right now.
Yeah, I don't know what he's being paid. I
bet it's not at
but
the
they're all
bottom.
being
A lot
paid
of
to
time,
win.
coaches' salaries are not made public, and so that's why it's harder to find.
They're all
sometimes.
being paid to win, but I mean, I don't want to poo-poo on the fact that the guy's never had a losing season. That is something that's commendable. But in Pittsburgh, it's not enough.
And this isn't a perfect one either because he has won a Super Bowl and he has won playoff games, but this is remaining eligible every year. That's what this is. This is not making the dean's list.
Okay.
This is not, graduating as a valedictorian. This is, I've never been ineligible. Okay.
If your son brought home a degree, you'd be proud of him, right?
Yes. But let's say my family has got a bunch of astrophysicists in it, and that is the standard in this family.
And you brought home a underwater basket weaving degree.
And you get a philosophy degree, and you had a 2.1 GPA doing it. I'm like,
you don't get to speak at Thanksgiving dinner.
It's fine.
I got you.
It's fine.
But it's not something that. What did he say? What did Shannon say?
Kissing your girl through a screen door. It's pretty great phraseology.
I guess that is kind of like what it is, right? Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a kiss, but not really.
Yeah.
It's not what you're paid to do. It's not what you're meant to do.
It's not the goal.
It's not the goal. It is not the goal.
And Tomlin signed an extension in 2024 in June, so last June, and it's through 2027. He's getting paid roughly $12.5 million.
$12.5 million.
That's near the top
for a non-losing coach.
But the thing is, they haven't had a good quarterback really since 2017. Ben at the end of his career was not very good, and then you've gone into Kenny Pickett, and then you've gone into Russell Wilson / Justin Fields. So they haven't had a good quarterback.
You may not get Stafford for that very same reason.
I think
it may be Mike Tomlin.
I think this is a great point.
Or not Stafford. You may not get Aaron Rodgers for that reason. Yeah.
I want to go back to the Dodgers again.
Yeah.
The criticism wasn't of Dave Roberts. You're not getting, winning. The criticism was this team is the best team. Why are you getting knocked out in the first round?
Right.
No one's saying the Steelers are the best team.
How many times have they won the North in the last 8 years?
I don't think often. though.
Okay, so it's
because
different.
it's
So
usually
it-
the
yeah,
Ravens.
It is different.
They're hard scrabble, right.
I think a better question to ask is, would somebody do better with those teams than Mike Tomlin has done? And I think the answer to that is probably not.
I'd say hell no.
I wouldn't push back on you very hard.
Yeah.
That if you gave me, these players, especially offensively, am I supposed to go to the Super Bowl with this guy as my quarterback?
Maybe his philosophy needs to change a little. Get away from running the football and play defense.
That can make plays.
It's really hard to be successful without a good quarterback. And the last time they won the AFC North was in 2020 when they started out 11-0, ended up 12-4, and then lost to the Browns in the first round of the playoffs. So,
dang.
That's a sobering number.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
this is
that's
okay. I'll tell
wild.
you exactly what's going to happen with the Steelers this year. They're going to start out to a good start. They're probably going to be 6-2. They might be 8-2. And you're like, whoa, look out for the Steelers. They're having a great start here. They are going to fall off a freaking cliff, come around the double digits of the season, and they're going to limp into the playoffs. They're going to match up against the Bills or the Chiefs in the playoffs, and they're going to lose.
That seems to be the MO.
For the past 6 years.
Kissing your girl through a screen door. So
Are you
good.
afraid to fire him?
Yeah.
I'm asking Emily,
okay.
are you
The whole
afraid to
thing
fire
is,
Mike Tomlin?
If you fire Mike Tomlin, he's going to be hired in an instant. That's everyone's response. Sure. Yes.
And who are you going to get to replace him?
It's hard because
Kissing your grandma through a screen door.
I mean, would you hire funny? Okay, so he's not very exciting as a coach, right? He's almost frustrating, right? Would you want someone like Lincoln Riley taking over the Steelers?
no. I don't want Lincoln
Chip
Riley.
Kelly?
I trust that the Steelers have a really good job of finding the next coach.
But
clearly,
they find the next Steeler head coach.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to fit that same MO, right?
And they have been incredibly successful in picking their 3 coaches in 60 years.
The coach isn't the problem.
What do you think the problem
is?
is?
The quarterbacks.
Yeah.
The quarterbacks. They don't have good quarterbacks. Like, your ceiling with a team with a mediocre to below average quarterback is what they're getting.
Yeah.
We're in the playoffs. We win more than we lose. That's the ceiling of a team that's built like that.
Tell me what you think of this. I think they made a mistake by signing Wilson. They should have just went all in with Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And let him sink or
They
swim.
would have been in the same spot, though.
You think?
Yes.
If they let him sink or swim, because I'm thinking old school / Cordell Stewart, that actually fits there.
The first few games with Justin Fields, because Russell Wilson was not playing the first few games, were the same games. The same result, basically. They did win few. They lost a couple.
The Russell Wilson, oddly, I think, is what the problem is.
You had 2.
Well, not even necessarily that. I think for me, it's like Russell Wilson is just barely better than average. Just barely. Justin
At
Fields.
this point.
Justin Fields might be bad. That's at least a possibility. I'm not saying that he would be bad if you gave him a long runway. I'm saying, but there's a chance with him as our quarterback we go 4-13. It exists.
A very good chance.
With Wilson, that's probably not going to happen.
You're going to play another 9-8 season.
And that.
They are
That's
the
Steeler
Seahawks.
ball.
What they do.
They're the Seahawks.
Yeah.
The Seahawks and the Steelers are the same team, and they're taking 2 completely different directions this offseason. The Steelers are going in. They're getting DK Metcalf. They're buffing up their offense, and they potentially get Aaron Rodgers trying to take another swing at this. The Seahawks are blowing it up. And I don't know which is better.
This is why what the Rams did is the right thing to do. We got a guy.
Get your guy back.
Roll it again. Roll it again. Because without him, we're capped out. And I'm not talking salary cap. The best. All due respect, I like Jimmy G. I think he's a great backup quarterback. The best version of the Rams with Jimmy G is 9 or 10 wins. The best version with Matthew Stafford.
If you're balling on defense, maybe better.
You might win the Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford. It just opens up a world of possibilities that with a middle of the road quarterback just don't exist.
I totally agree with you. And when I look at the Rams schedule, I look for December 1st. Are you going to Chicago? Are you going to Green Bay?
Yeah.
And that's strictly for the weather.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to Pittsburgh, I worry about them
Yeah.
And that crowd and how they behave. Not like they're raucous and crazy. It is truly a home field advantage. The entire city shows up on you. Yeah, it's crazy.
Your last chance to enter ESPN LA, Lakers, BBGO, teaming up for the Lakers Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gafote? If you think you are, you could win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BBGO. Yum. If this is you, go to LakersGafote.com, LakersGafote.com, and submit your entry today. Hot and cold.
Before we go to hot and cold, just this is from Tom Pelissero, official. The Rams have informed Cooper Kupp they're releasing him today. So not a shock, but it has been official.
Yep, that's one you saw coming for a while now, but it still stinks.
I was hoping, yeah.
Yeah. When Les Snead, was it late
God,
last
I hate
week,
the business
early
of
this week,
football.
when he said, that's the least likely outcome that he stays, I'm like,
Wasn't that Sean that said that? I don't see that happening.
Sean said he would not speak in absolutes.
Yeah.
He kind of left the door, and then Les said, that's the least likely outcome. I'm like, yeah.
You know what? You're going to get everybody. You're going to wake everybody up with that. If they can let him go.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Off the cuff, favorite Kupp memory.
The Super Bowl winning catch.
Catching the
Okay,
winning
so
touchdown in the Super
everyone
Bowl.
might say that, but they don't get there unless he does the love of the game catch, and that is one that you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, he got it, he got it.
You know
Go
what
down
else?
the field,
He's
go down
on
the
the other end of the no-look pass in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was the guy that caught it.
And that was on that drive, that
Yeah.
last drive, I believe. And it wasn't the Super winning catch, but it is that drive is dead if it isn't caught.
It's not in my algorithm as much as Freddie's home run, but it's in there.
It's in there.
It shows up a lot, and every time I see it, I'm like, no, this is the wrong, because he's looking. Oh no, there it is again.
And I love
go ahead.
the image of the Buccaneers catch against the Tom Brady team. The Tom Brady almost came back. He almost had that big thing, and then you see Matthew Stafford going, go, line up.
That was so close. Like we were talking about
Clutch.
the Dodgers a second ago, where the Dodgers were one game away from being out in the first round again. The Rams nearly blew a gigantic lead in that game
to Brady,
and it was they were just absolutely coming unglued.
My God, here he comes.
And we won. Yes.
Here he
It's
comes.
like, oh, not him.
Don't
let him get.
God.
Not. Oh my
here
God.
Here he comes.
And thank you, Cooper.
And thank you, Cooper. Indeed. Hot and cold. That's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is proud to support Children's Hospital Los Angeles during the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. CHLA is a leader in breakthrough treatments and research, giving hope to children facing complex conditions. From pioneering new therapies to advancing life-saving care, CHLA is committed to helping every child thrive. We're auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences thanks to generous donations from Black Gold Golf Club, Delta Airlines, and Pacific Palms Resort. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference today. That's 710forchla.com.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
It's spring in the Southland, and the season of adventure is here. So why not hit the road in a brand new Kia from Kia of Carson? Whether you want a sleek sedan, a spacious SUV, or the latest hybrid or EV, Kia of Carson has the perfect ride for you. As one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country, we have all the latest tech-savvy vehicles that make the season of adventure more exciting. And Kia of Carson makes car buying easy, fun, and unforgettable. But don't wait. Our spring sales event is happening now. Hurry in today or shop online at KiaofCarson.com. Kia of Carson. Let's get you on the road.
ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers Gafote. No. Not the GOAT. The Gafote. the greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag LakersGefote, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers Gefote is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers Gefote. Is it you?
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot, who's cold, thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot, Who's Cold. Take it away, Producer M.
Aloha. Buenos dias.
What up?
What's hot is student journalism. Student journalism is hot because at the SEC women's tournament, the coach of the Texas Longhorns women's basketball team acknowledged several students that had traveled. So he, in the middle of his press conference, was like, you guys were the three that drove 16 hours to get here, right?
Wow.
And he said, when you go to find a job, put me on your recommendations. I will recommend each and every one of you because this is what's important, is you guys have covered this really well, and you clearly care enough about this to come and cover this tournament. And I just want to acknowledge that, a lot of us have started out doing this in college, and it's nice to get acknowledged, and I think that student journalism is really important to get to reps in.
So, yes, and this is, I tell my own kids, I'm sure you said this to your kids too, DeMarco, showing up every day is 90% of this.
Yes.
If you are a otherworldly talent, congratulations. There are not very many of you. The rest of us are going to have to work hard to get it done. Showing up every day is all of it. Both of you, M and DeMarco, I've reached out to both of you at different points and said, hey, I talked to this kid, usually a college student, that wants to get into this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm going to pass along your number and let me know if they touch base with you. Did that young lady touch base with you?
This morning.
Okay. Did the young man that I gave his phone number touch base with you? Okay.
Yes.
This is a good sign. Very few of them do, right? It's what they're hoping for is, I'll call this guy, and that I have some secret list of jobs that you had to call and ask for. Oh, you want one of those? Here you go. Dude, you got to call everybody you've ever met in your entire life.
You got to work.
You got to drive 16 hours.
Yeah.
It's the only way it works.
Put in the work. Kids at training camp that were chasing us around?
Yeah.
They really wanted to get into this business.
Yeah.
Yes. They just were dogged about it. That's how you have to be.
You have to just do the stuff that no one else wants to do, like take a 16-hour damn drive.
Yes.
You got to want it and shout out those kids. What is cold is Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. Smith was on which podcast was this again?
Gilbert Arenas podcast.
Okay.
Yes.
Gilbert's Arena.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever.
And he talked about the interaction that he had with LeBron James. And here's what he had to say.
You said you f***ing with my son. No, I wasn't. I was talking about you. I was talking about you. Wasn't about your son. I know he's number 55. I know he got work to do. Whew. I believe that he got potential. Yeah. I believe that he got the potential to go pro. I truly believe that. It's going to be tough, but I think he can pull it off. And by the way, I'm rooting for him. I ain't rooting against nobody, but I was talking about your ass. Mm. You did this. Mm-hmm. You the one that had us as reporters, as a league, as an NBA franchise. All of us got to sit back and be quiet and capitulate to your
Come on now.
You did that. And so when I see people talking, and I'm like, oh, my God, can somebody... I mean, I know I got a show, And I know I got my podcast. I'm fair. I don't who it is. It's you, it's you, it's you. It don't matter who it is. Damn it, I'm just meeting you. If somebody unfair to you, I'm going to be like, that's not fair.
Well, are you looking at me?
Yeah.
I just have a question. Why didn't you say that to LeBron? He was standing right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Limited time.
I get
between
it.
Quarters.
But it seems like you had a whole lot to say. Maybe, look, I'm slow to process. Maybe it took you a minute to come up with that. But LeBron was standing over you.
Yeah,
you could have said that right to him.
I'm with Stephen A. on this stuff.
Yeah?
I just am. I am. I think that his criticism of the situation was not out of bounds. It was a fair criticism. And what's happened since with the confrontation and all that, quite frankly, is less interesting to me. I just think that the original criticism that LeBron was bothered by, I did not think was out of line. I didn't. And that's just my opinion.
LeBron took it that way.
I know he did. And I'm not saying that LeBron's wrong to feel like that. I'm saying that him saying, look, you've put your son in the middle of the spotlight and he's not ready for this, I don't think that's out of line.
Well, I mean,
It was the as a father.
He's the father, right.
I
the
get
father's
it.
stepping up for his kid.
I get why LeBron is offended. And I don't have a problem with LeBron saying what he said. But I'm just saying that in this particular situation, the thing that lit the match did not...
You don't criticize my kid. You don't discipline my kid. You don't tell my kid what to do. I do.
I get
That's
that.
my job.
I understand that.
Direct everything to me.
I got it.
Yes.
But he's not a high school. He's a professional basketball player.
This is a weird thing.
That is there because his father put his thumb on the scale to get it done.
Correct.
And so it's not just, hey, leave my high school kid's name out of your mouth. It's a little different
cut and
than
dry.
that.
Bronny is a member of the Lakers.
Yeah.
He's a professional basketball player, which means you're open to criticism. This is a weird deal.
That's why it's bizarre.
His father is on the team.
I know.
So just tread lightly. That's all I would say.
I understand that emotion. I just disagree with it.
Totally.
Yeah.
I said this before coaching softball. Sometimes the kids don't follow the rules. I will tell my players what to do.
Yeah.
Coach your own team.
Yeah, that's
Coach.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Those are children.
Right.
This is an NBA player.
Well, that's still LeBron's kid.
And an NBA player that's there on merits that are questionable.
Right there with you. Not going to dispute that.
Yeah.
But I do have one point. Why didn't you go to Skip Bayless?
Yeah.
Skip Bayless has been ripping you for 20 years.
Well, quite frankly, he doesn't have Stephen A. is a heavyweight and the other guy's not. And
okay, fair. Yeah,
I think that's part of it. Next Gen, the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3NEXTGen or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Somebody, DeMarco, I know that you and I are both very sad to see leave.
Yes.
Michael Hoyt is going to join us right now, as a matter of fact. Former Ram, current Buffalo Bill, Michael Hoyt, joining us right now. Michael, thanks for coming on the show. How you feeling?
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
I'm crying, man. You're a Buffalo Bill now.
I know it's definitely bittersweet. It's a homecoming for me. You know, I'm Canadian. My whole family's Canadian. Everybody's up in Toronto. So it's, you know, obviously a really, really great situation for me, but LA is definitely a tough goodbye.
You know, Michael, we could have gotten you some poutine or whatever you need down here. If that's all it takes, we would have hooked that up for you.
No, I know. You know, maybe something about that Jets game just like messaged me a little bit.
Can you sum up the last season with the Rams? I mean, last year, your role on this football team, you and Jared Verse together, your role with him, just the entire last season leading up to you going to Buffalo. Sum that up for us.
Yeah, I mean, for us as a defense, it was about growth, resilience, and versatility. Starting off the season, obviously, we lose in overtime against the Lions, and then, have that disaster of a game against Arizona. And I think that was like a real gut check for us. And it was kind of a moment where across the board, defensive line, players, coaches, staff, whole organization, that, we reevaluated and we said, hey, we're no longer the era of Aaron Donald and A'Shaun Robinson, Morgan Fox, Sebastian Joseph Day, Michael Brockers, Ndamukong Suh. This isn't the same Rams defense anymore. And, I think we all were like, all right, but who are we going to be as a defense? And, so we decided that rather than for all of us to try and change ourselves and become that defense, we're like, all right, we're just going to change the defense to do what we're really good at. And, we evaluated everybody's talents, and we said, all right, these are the things that across the board that we're really good at. So we're going to live in this world. We're going to focus on doing the things that we're good at. And pretty much from that moment on, like, everything got real exciting, real fun. We put together an awesome rush package. We got a lot closer as a defense, like with each other, and guys got to do things that they're comfortable with and learn new things. And I think everybody just had a really, really fun time coming together like that. And for me personally, I got a lot of versatility out of it because I pretty much dropped into every coverage zone that we have. I rushed. I did every single stunt. There were times I was calling the plays. So I had my wristband out with everything locked up. I was in there with Shula and Joe and Sean and Gift Smith and, all the guys that are kind of putting together the plan for the week. And we're talking about, matchups and strategic advantages and how we can disguise things. And last season was the most fun I've ever had playing football. And it's only going to be up from here because now that I've seen that, boy, do I love this game.
Michael Hoyt joining us here on Travis and DeMarco. Michael, go back to what you were talking about a second ago and the gut check moment. The team gets off to a very rocky start and things aren't going the way that anybody was hoping or expecting. And you have that gut check moment. Who's responsible for letting everybody know, okay, hey, look, we're changing course, or we got to dig deeper, or we got to do this or do that? Does it come from Chris Shula? Does it come from Sean McVay? Does it come from you? Who's the guy that's got to step into that breach and say, hey, look, this is an important time. We got to do this differently and better?
Yeah, I mean, it was collective as a defense. I think, number one, it starts with Sean and Shula, and we really have to, they sort of started, but for something to be natural and organic and to really hit home with players, like, it has to come bottom up. So, they gave us the direction and they let us know, what they were thinking. But, honestly, like, this defense, because of how young we were, we were, I'm pretty sure, the cheapest defense in the NFL. Guys are young, guys are hungry. So we don't have, 10, 11, 12-year vets to do that. So it really came by leadership by committee. And, everybody really stepped up. Kobe Turner stepped up. I stepped up. Quinn Lake stepped up. B.Y. and Verse grew up really, really fast. And, I really just think that, everybody around on the defense, it wasn't necessarily maybe one person that just, like, kind of took the reins, but it was collective as a group that, like, hey, we as a defense and we as a team, like, we're one unit, and because we're young, but it's time to grow up fast, and, we really just did it together.
Yeah, that defense ain't going to be cheap much longer. I'm looking at your deal right now, so congratulations on that. Yeah. Tell me about being a leader, because I remember when you got here and you're trying to find a spot on this football team, and you switched to outside linebacker, and you became a very good one, a starter, and then you became a team leader. Tell me about that leadership role. Like, the first time you tried to be a leader, was it weird for you? And then you grew into that role and you became the emotional leader of this football team.
Yeah, I mean, coming in, obviously humble origins, undrafted, FCS school, and, on the practice squad the first year, really more playing special teams for the next year and a half before starting to carve out an actual role for myself. And, each year I think I've, really taken something new with me. And I make sure that I internalize the things that I learned that year. So early on, I think I was just, couldn't be happier that I was getting a paycheck from the NFL. And as, worried you are on the practice squad about cut, traded, claimed at any point, I was, on cloud nine the entire way. And then the next year, then you're like, all right, I have to get on the field. I have to play. And you carve out any role that you can for special teams. The next year, start to make the transition for outside linebacker. And really just, like, start becoming, like, an actual part of the defense. The following year, starting playing next to Aaron Donald, figuring out how to actually play situational football, good quality, smart football, know the tricks of the trade, start to have some savviness and some, not make some of the, younger rookie mistakes where you just have to, the only way to do it is you have to actually play and be in those situations, and you don't get all the situations every single year. So you have to, you learn how to learn by watching other people play and watching other games. And on, when you play on Thursday and you have the weekend off and you get a full slate of NFL Red Zone, and you just get to, watch the other people who you respect and admire around the league, perform at a high level. So I think that was like a big step. And then this year, I think the number one thing for me is to, not be silent. And, as much as, I want to learn and, grow for myself, there's other people that are around that, now all of a sudden I went from, in a room and on a defensive front where, I'm the youngest and I'm the newest, to everybody's first and second year, and I'm in year 5. So all of a sudden I'm the old guy. And so it's now my responsibility to pass on the things and the knowledge that I've learned onto those guys, and to make sure that, culture is right, and that the way we talk about things are right, and the way that we do things are right. And we don't just do them because you're supposed to. You do them because you want to, and that that's actually the right way to do things, because there's tangible results by doing things the right way. And so that for me this year, that was, besides really understanding the game of football and really understanding the X's and O's, it was understanding everything else that goes on in the locker room and being able to be one of those guys that is culture setting and, a level of accountability with your teammates, and, also just being a good locker room guy, making sure that, you're friends with people, making sure that you check in on people, and, building those relationships and connections, because a more connected team is going to play better, a more connected team is going to play harder, and a more connected team is going to want to do the little things right.
Michael Hoyt joining us here on Trav and DeMarco with all the things that you just talked about, DeMarco. You're talking about, the tricks of the trade that you learn the longer you're in the league, the savvy, the watching, the leadership, all of the things that go into going from where you started to where you are now, entering your 5th year in the league. And obviously your journey is specific to you, but when you look at a player, and you mentioned his name, like Jared Verse, when you put all of that seasoning on a player like that who showed up in the league and made an incredible impact right out of the gate, what's the ceiling for a player with his ability and his just the toolbox that he's got?
There is really not a ceiling for that guy. I think I heard Sean say it at an interview early on in the season, and that there's certain guys that you turn on the tape and you just see them pop, and Jared's one of those guys. He stands out on film. He's got all the tools in the world, and but more than anything than just the physical tools, he's wired the right way. He thinks about the game the right way. He wants to develop. He wants to learn. He wants to grow, and he does want, and he wants to be great. And those are the things that it does take to go be great. So, unfortunately, I'm not with the Rams anymore, but they got a really, really special player in Jared, and and BY too, like Nick Hampton, Keir Thomas, Brennan Jackson, all the guys that they have in that room, they're coached well. They're in good hands with Joe Caniglio, their coach. They're in good hands with Shula. They're in a great organization that cares about their players, does everything the right way. So, there's nowhere to go but up to that group.
They're going to miss you, man. It's funny for you. You played against Josh Allen. Now you get to play with him. Lucky you.
Yeah, well, we had that fireworks game with Buffalo last year. So it is always a nice feeling when you don't have the league's MVP on somebody else's roster.
No doubt. Hey, where was that game? It was cold outside, and you came out with no shirt on. What game was that?
Philly,
that would be at the Jets.
At the Jets. It was super cold, and you're
He's
out there.
Canadian. Did you miss that part?
Well, I don't think he did it for him. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think you did it for your teammates, to show them not to be afraid of the cold. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I came out there and I wanted to feel it, and we obviously spent a lot of time in Los Angeles, so I was like, the same way when you get into a cold tub, you just go in and you let your body adjust, and so that was sort of my thought process was, I'm going to go out there, my body's going to get used to it, and then we're going to move on and go play this game. And I think also too, like, you always hear narratives about warm weather teams, and can they go play in the cold. And, that was my, subtle way, maybe not so subtle way of, saying like, hey, we're here to play ball. This doesn't matter. Now, I remember talking to an interview afterwards, and it was JB Long, and they basically bring up like, hey, traditionally, when warm weather teams do that in cold weather climates, they typically lose. If I had known that, maybe I don't do it. But I'm glad we got to, flip the script on that sort of statistic, and, hopefully we can start to change that.
Michael, congratulations on your new deal in Buffalo. You certainly will be missed here in Los Angeles, and we thank you for coming on with us today. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it, and all love to Los Angeles. It's been an amazing 5 years. Can't say enough good things. We don't play them next year, so hopefully we see you guys in San Francisco for the Super Bowl.
I hope
so. I'm talking about.
I hope so.
Thanks,
you, Michael.
My man.
Yeah, you said it a few times to Mark. That's the first time I've ever had an extended conversation with him. You can tell the impact he would have. Even if he were just an average football player, and he's not. He's better than that. But just having guys like that, and I can tell why he's the PA guy, the whole thing.
Fantastic dude.
Ivy League. It's
tough
all
interview because he is staring a hole through your head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Looking right through you.
I want eye contact, but I don't need you burning a hole in my soul. Right? Like there's
searing.
I want you to look at me, but I don't want you to look at me like, like
through you.
Like,
yes.
Whoa. A little super crosstalk.
Yes.
Is that what we're doing, Em? A little super crosstalk coming up next.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Beyer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury. Think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Soper Crosstalk.
So, Mace, I tried to have your back today.
In what way?
And
apparently, why was I vulnerable?
Look down.
Well, take a look at
Look
this.
at Travis's feet.
Are you responsible for this?
What is going on down there?
No, I don't eat during the show.
Okay, well, it's not food. I think it's paper.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who would tear up.
It was
like confetti on the floor.
It looks like, sometimes you'll leave a piece of paper in your pocket. It goes through the wash and it kind of gets all.
No, I don't think that's me.
So it's somebody.
There's 3 suspects.
Because when I came in today, I did not leave it like this when I left.
It was, according to Andy, neither Andy nor Sedano.
Well, okay, I can claim with 100% certainty that it was not me.
Okay.
I can only claim with 100% certainty that Sedano said it was not him.
Okay. So it was here when you got here?
It was here when I got here
then
from
it's
Lakers,
Sedano.
from Lakers
It's gotta
Talk.
be.
And you didn't do it.
I swear to God, how would that even happen? How would Sedano do it?
I don't know.
Is he shredding paper
I
during
don't
the show?
know. I'm pretty sure it's paper.
I mean, I always have scrap paper.
We thought you might have been over-caffeinated.
No, I'm not.
We thought you might have been over-caffeinated.
You did have 11
crazy.
paper? You did have 11 espressos
I do every
on
day.
Monday.
Yeah.
Every day I do that.
Okay.
See, I'm like, Mason keeps his workspace pretty tidy.
I really do.
I took
clean it up
I took up for you.
Yeah.
Because I like to keep it tidy for when you come in.
Right to do so. I
He
think
is
it
a
is
great
Sedano.
character witness
And
for you.
Cappy
Yeah.
was not on that side. That's Sedano's seat.
It had to be George.
Unless Cappy really got weird, I don't
And
think
you
it
did
would be
Lakers
Cappy.
talk last night?
No, I did it Monday.
You did it Monday.
This was Monday.
But did you... Okay, so did anybody come in after Sedano yesterday?
No. It goes from that night.
I think you found your guy.
Sedano and Cap to Lakers.
You
talk.
found your guy. It's
Okay.
Sedano. Sedano did it.
Now I'm going to find out during Supercross Talk exactly why he shreds paper.
You
during
swear
the show.
you didn't do it.
I swear.
You swear you didn't do
It
it.
looks
Okay.
like cracker crumbs, but it's paper.
Because I don't eat during the show.
We need to get one of those police lamps.
Swinging back and forth.
Then you put it right in Sedano's face and
It
you
is-
ask him.
It is weird. It's like this is an old school reference, but it's like Rip Taylor came through the studio.
That is, yeah. We
were doing dad jokes.
And was kind of dance out of the room. But did he have a catchphrase?
I don't remember a catchphrase, but I do remember every room he walked into, he threw confetti.
Do you guys have any dad jokes? We were doing dad jokes earlier. Yeah.
Did you? The Scarecrow won an award.
The Scarecrow won an award.
Yes,
Okay.
Which
because
award?
He was outstanding in his field.
That's a good one.
That's terrific.
That's a good one.
I like that.
That's a good one.
The best one that I've heard today was one of Jorge's, which was, how do you make an octopus laugh?
I don't know.
With tentacles.
Yes.
Really
yes.
good.
Yes.
Really
yes.
good. Michael Thompson is king of the dad
Is he
jokes.
really?
Oh, my
Okay.
God. He knows
Those are
every
pretty
dad
great.
joke.
Do you have one? No?
Not off the top of my head, I do
Okay.
not.
How does the ocean say hello?
It waves.
That's not as good as the Scarecrow.
No, that's a good one.
Outstanding
Yeah,
in
yeah.
his field.
Funny.
Yeah, so you guys still have kids the age that will land? Like
Yeah.
My kids would just roll their eyes.
Yeah, I don't
and
know. My
move on.
daughter's 14. That's
Oh,
not
yeah,
gonna-
that's
over.
she's out of the sweet
No,
spot.
that's the prime eye roll zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we got into it. We tell dad jokes to embarrass our children.
Why don't skeletons fight each other?
Why?
Because they don't have the guts.
I feel like I want Rip Taylor to throw confetti after each of these jokes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
You got
wow,
another
wow.
one, Mace?
Why do you call cheese? What do you call cheese that isn't yours?
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
That's an oldie.
I knew that one.
that's-
Yeah.
By
That's
the way,
good.
ChatGPT will spit out
Oh, a bunch?
just
Oh, my
like
God.
that.
Wow.
Do you use ChatGPT
I do.
a lot?
I do. I
What do
like
you use
it.
it for?
Sometimes for Game of Games, I will say I do a taller, shorter thing. It's like if you stacked up 10 Wembies, is it taller than something?
Okay.
And it will actually give me the measurements of what 10 Wembies stacked on top of each other is. So I'll use that as a
Could
cool
you
game.
do it? Like, and I've never used it, so I have no idea. This could be.
How tall is
could you
7'5"?
say
7'6"?
I would like you to create a Mason and Ireland style game of games, and would it be able to know what that means specifically? Are you doing it
Are
right
you
now?
typing it in right now? Look at
Yeah.
you. Types with a purpose.
Yeah, I do type.
He's got
with
heavier
purpose.
hands than me.
He does. Wow. Yeah.
And
this sounds awesome. Competitive, full of wacky sports radio style energy. Oh, it does. It does. It comes up with the entire damn thing.
What does it say?
Round 1, shot clock. Players have 5 seconds to answer sports-related questions. If you hesitate, you're out. Who won the NBA MVP in 2001? Well, I mean, come on.
In 2001?
That's sports trivia, though. Like
that's
your
sportsy trivia.
8
LeBron James.
Wembies or 4, Hummers.
Yeah.
Like, what's taller?
Yeah,
won
4
in
Kobe statues or 10 Wemby. Like, that's the sort of thing. But, no, it can be used all kinds of ways. How do I fire Travis Rogers from ESPN?
Not going to say what I'm thinking. Not going to say what I'm thinking.
I'm sure it'll write me a letter. Like if I wanted to terminate you,
it could write you a letter.
My severance papers.
So I did this with Sue. It's running behind right now, but I did this with Sue on my podcast. I said, who should I replace Sue Kalinsky with on the Culture Pop podcast? And the name that came up was one of Sue's best friends, Carol Leifer.
Wow.
Oh, Carol Leifer was is a comedian.
Oh, she's a comedian.
Yeah.
She wrote on Seinfeld. Writes on
I know
Curb,
who Carol
wrote
Leifer
on
is.
Curb. Yeah. That was the recommendation. And that's like Sue's one of Sue's really good friends.
Way too
and you
close
know what?
to the bullseye.
She would be perfect. She would be perfect. Number 2 on the list, Judy Gold, another of Sue's outrageous comic. She's one of the funniest out there.
Here's the problem. And I've met Sue a few times. She's really nice, really funny. Carol Leifer is a little bit bigger. I mean, like
she is.
If you were going to go about this cold and devious, Carol Leifer's a get.
I want to know why you were going to fire me.
Oh, no. I said I know how to fire you. I know exactly what ChatGPT should have responded
here you go.
Okay.
Tell you to grab a vine.
DeMarco show on.
Wouldn't that prompt be how has he been previously fired? That's in there for sure.
Okay, this is good. Who should replace Travis Rogers?
Okay.
On the Travis and DeMarco show on ESPN. Number 1 choice, Beto Duran, a seasoned broadcaster who took over Lakers game programming from Sliwa.
Okay.
Wow.
Number 2, Andy
Kamenetsky.
Hey.
Wow.
Longtime LA personality, assumed hosting duties for Lakers Talk starting September the 9th. It actually has that much information.
I don't like that. I don't like ChatGPT.
First of all, let me tell you right now, Beto, watch your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Beto's coming for you.
He's the only guy in the way.
DeMarco, do you ever use it?
No, never. I don't have a reason to.
It's fun to screw around with.
Just to mess around with?
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of scary, though, right?
If you need to know something, it's a good thing to... I mean, it's like Google, but it's different. It gives you more. Emily, how would you
Google
describe
just
it?
lists things. Like, this is giving you, like, the background
Correct.
as to why
That's
the
scary.
answer is the answer.
Yeah. Do you use ChatGPT, Em?
I don't. I use Google.
If you're not... you use Gemini?
No, I don't use Gemini. I just type into Google.
Use Google.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just Google the thing that I want.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I don't know. I
You just-
tend to put everything into ChatGPT.
Did it ask for the
This is
2001
why you're Gen Z.
MVP?
That's why I'm Gen Z, exactly.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Did it ask for the 2001 MVP?
Yes.
NBA.
It was Iverson.
I think you're right.
It was
It
Iverson.
is Iverson.
It was Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Name
Wow.
a baseball team that hasn't won the World Series in 30 years.
Padres.
There you go.
Yeah,
There
easy.
are lots of them. Mariners.
Yeah.
There are lots of teams there. But it has a whole bunch of different
Interesting.
ideas for games. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you know that you and I and Greg are going to go to a Los Angeles-based baseball game?
Yes, and it's not the
Did
one
you
in
so-
Anaheim.
Right, and just
so funny.
coincidentally of nothing, did you see Jorge's Dodger and Dodger sweatshirt and cap today?
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice,
That's
nice cap. But
And
you
then-
and I and Greg are going to go to an LA-based baseball game.
Fantastic.
You know who's allowed to bid on this?
Who?
lodgers,
Yes.
old codgers.
Yes.
They're all allowed to bid on this.
They are. They are. So if you would like to attend a Los Angeles-based baseball game, with
if your last
Steve
name is
Mason,
Rogers,
something that may or may definitely rhyme with Rogers, Travis Rogers,
Right.
then
Right.
you should go to 710forchla.com.
Yeah,
and
710
make a bid.
FORCHLA.com.
Yeah.
Now, one thing we're going to try
You
to
buying beers that night?
I'm buying beers. Absolutely.
All right.
Micheladas for everybody,
There
all
you
the way
go.
around.
Let's go.
So,
That's a dangerous
Andy,
game.
we're auctioning off the opportunity. I think this is amazing to co-host Lakers Talk here on 710.
Ooh.
You will actually be on the radio with Andy,
Oh.
doing the show with your takes, taking callers. Any guests should
Yep.
be part of the interview.
Absolutely.
That
come
is
true.
a crazy
That's
cool
awesome.
prize.
and the game within the game, I am competing with the Blue Review to get a higher bid.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm putting this out there now.
Wow.
I want to catch Corporate Greg and Marcus and Parker. They have a head start on me.
Yes.
Okay.
They got a head start. We did not put up a bid for this show until yesterday, but I'm gaining ground.
Right now, for as little as $270.
Yeah.
you can
Oh, no.
co-host
It's up to
Lakers
280.
Talk with
It's up
Andy.
to
It's up to 280.
Let Laker
Wow.
people do your thing. This is a great opportunity.
This is crazy. You get to be on the radio talking Lakers. Are you kidding me?
So you do it from here, or are you going to do it from there?
They're being where?
The staple or crypto or whatever it's called.
No, it'd be here.
It'd be
Okay.
here.
It'd be
It's,
here.
like, it's like on an off night, right?
Because I was thinking you could treat them, you could ply them with Uncrustables that are available in the media room. Maybe you should bring a box of Uncrustables into the studio.
I am not promising Uncrustables. I will do my best to bring in
Nice.
Uncrustables.
I
Bought
like-
my first box the other day.
Oh, what,
Finally.
strawberry or grape?
Strawberry. Brought
Okay.
my first box.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Did you put them in the freezer?
I put them in the freezer. I'm in. Yes.
Yeah. That was my favorite part of doing the Lakers. I like doing I think I did like two seasons and change. And when we were doing it, we would do home games at Crypto. Finish the show, go down to the media room, grab a Coke or a cup of coffee because there's going
Uncrustables to
to be
go.
an Uncrustable right in my sport coat pocket, and then somewhere around the second quarter, see you
When I'm
later.
warmed up,
and then
yes.
one more on the way out the door when I would come back over here
nice.
to do a
So
post-game
good.
show.
Nice.
So good.
I still don't know how to wrap up Super Crosstalk now that I don't have my.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of Super
Ask
Crosstalk.
ChatGPT how to close up Super Crosstalk.
It
we'll do that.
says, brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. That's what a hamburger's
It's all about.
ChatGPT doesn't know everything.